We're recording. Hit it.
Hit it, Nick.
So basically, there's the battle effects, really. I mean, currently Cyphergan is blinded. We have, Stalker Primal Volt 2 has been put under a control monster, right?
Dominate monster.
Dominate monster.
Same,
Yep.
same death though.
Dominate monster, and has awakened. So we'll see what that does. We still have Vold Primal Housepawn 1 up here in the top of the map. I don't know what effects he's currently in. Rugged terrain.
Oh! Change the music. We're turn that down a touch. All right.
Excuse me. We're currently people that are looking pretty bad is Nestin, Anand. Burakil is pretty heavy. And yeah, and Zared is pretty bad. I do not remember any other of the effects. I think that's about it.
He's not coming.
Fucking, of course.
No, he's not.
No, he said, WTF, it's a holiday. I'm at a cookout. I said, none of us are dead soldiers. No need to celebrate Memorial Day.
Right. Right.
Just pointing that out. Don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what it is. Two-person
let's be
cancel
honest.
policy, so.
Most people celebrate Memorial Day like during the daytime or like the weekend because it gives you the Monday to recover from whatever celebrations you're doing.
Yeah.
Most people's Memorial Day celebration is Saturday, usually.
I understand celebrating the 4th, but I don't understand celebrating Memorial Day.
I understand celebrating it.
I have
Let's not
family
get canceled, but
No, I was just saying, like,
I'm just
Especially at
asking.
night.
Like, it's like Dia de los Muertos, right? You don't go, oh yeah, I'm about to get hammered for all of my dead relatives. Like, you know, it's kind of a sombering thing to think about and respect.
that's true. Yes,
Well,
that is
It's
your
not
right.
It's
a, yeah,
same-
we're gonna go and toss some hacky.
It's not a
sack.
woo party. Shot.
St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is like a heavy drinking day in the U.S. It's not nearly as much in Ireland.
Not over there.
It's more of like a religious holiday. Here, it's like I'm going to get wasted.
Everything's
Cinco de Mayo is
great.
not Mexican Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's like welcome to the U.S. We're just looking for a reason to drink our problems away. Come on.
Yes.
All right. Well, sucks. Wish he was here, but show must go on. So, Marte, it's your turn. And as
I need
as
some
Sean
character
pointed out,
sheets
he's
for
got
my
a
big
massive
dragons.
hard-on for murdering you.
That's fine. I need some character sheets for my big dragon.
Oh yes, you do. Oh. Though I think Blurrakeel has used all of his legendary actions because he was casting a bunch of spells with it.
I guess.
And we're at top of the round.
We're
Hey,
at
Bon.
your turn.
Or Nick,
So
Yeah.
do you want to take over for playing Voss? I guess since you don't have to play Blurrakeel anymore.
Sure. Yeah, I can.
you want me to go ahead and clear that for you?
Sure, yeah, clear it. You can clear it for me.
Lacurcule. Blurker.
All right, you should be able to find it now.
All
Alright,
right.
cool.
All right,
So,
Anand, what shall you
I'm-
do?
give me a
You are
second.
prone, by the way, and you have literally just regained consciousness. As the last thing you were physically aware of was him
Mhm.
literally tearing into you
No,
as things went black and you fell
the
unconscious.
last thing I was aware of is him getting like brought back up by Lucas pouring a potion in his
You
mouth.
would know that too. That would have been your first thing that you would have tasted that earthy flavor of a healing potion mingled with the taste of blood in your mouth as you came to minimal consciousness laying flat on your back.
Yes. Let me read something real quick. Alright. I have... It says my 9th level spell was not used, so I'm gonna click on that.
It most certainly was.
Okay, so, but I've still got some stuff, which is great.
You got the stuff, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something silly, but I hope
I
this
like
works.
silly. Give me silly.
So, okay, so I'm gonna look up after taking a partial dirt nap, and I'm gonna be like, oh crap, that tastes horrible, and I'm gonna reach into my bag. I'm gonna pull out a potion. I'm gonna go ahead and down my potion of superior healing.
That's your
that I've been
bonus.
saving my just in case this happens. Where is that potion of superior? Wait, it doesn't have a. No, I think I've used it.
Does it say
It doesn't
0?
have yeah, it doesn't have a value beside it. It's just blank.
Then that means you've used it.
Okay.
What about
no,
great
that's
or,
cool.
or standard? Do you have either one of those?
I got regular, but it doesn't matter. He could one-shot me no matter what I do. So I am going to use I have 3 levels of exhaustion. How bad is my my movement impact?
Are you at a 0 movement yet? I think you're at half movement. So if you pull out the carpet, except you can't because you just use your interact. Well, you haven't used your interact yet.
No, I
You can
haven't
use your
used my
interact to pull out
pre-action.
You can pull out the
Okay.
carpet, but you'd have a movement of only 25 feet.
Okay, I'll pull out the carpet, and then I'm gonna go back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I take cover back here? This is rubble, right?
That is broken road.
Okay,
so
never mind.
not
So-
really.
I'm gonna place myself behind Neston, and then I am going to use an 8th level spell because I have one
8th?
left. I have an 8th left.
What are you casting?
Globe of Invulnerability
Oh, on yourself.
on myself, and Neston's in it.
Let me
So, I'm gonna
let
go
me
ahead and
look at
drop
that
it.
spell.
Just heads up, I think that only works for like 5th level spells and lower.
No, it says it works for it based off of the spell. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 7 or higher, the barrier blocks spells of 1 level higher for each slot level above 6.
Oh, man, I didn't-
8 up to 9.
I did not realize it did
One-
like
of
that.
One
That's
level
awesome.
higher for each level slot above 6th. So does that mean
Yes.
8th would protect
Block
against
9th.
9th level
Yes,
spells?
It would. Yes,
Nice.
it would. That's why I haven't used it yet. Anon's like, as he's sitting there bleeding out.
Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, that is most definitely the end of my turn.
If you will
Um,
do me a favor and pass your turn, I have a thing up on my screen where I'm unable to get to the combat tracker. I'm doing a thing.
Let me
So,
make sure there's nothing else I can do on my bonus.
With it being
one.
his turn, I had a thought because I got 1 9th level spell slot left, but
Yeah.
he's blinded. So how am I going to know where to put that 9th level spell?
You won't.
So I came up with an idea. Hold on, let me figure this out with my headset.
You in the middle of me.
Oh my god.
Just gonna side duck
Uh,
this.
Yep, this is my wife's sleep mask. So
Uh,
I cannot see where I'm about to drop this meteor swarm. So
Oh,
I've put some tape to the side that I'm gonna put on my screen, and I'm gonna center each of the meteor swarms on where I put this tape.
Hold on,
but
one
you're
second.
doing this. Oh, okay. I have my
Spin.
my medium. Okay.
Spin around twice.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put it out there before you do this. People can still
Alright.
counterspell you.
Well, actually, I had thank you for the reminder because I had a thing that I was going to do first. So for his action, I am going to take
I
the
should've said
grab.
nothing.
What is
No, this
going
is fine.
on here?
I am going to take the grab action against Molly. So Molly, if you will give me an athletics check, please.
With advantage.
How are you grabbing Molly and casting a 9th level spell?
He's gonna
Sorcerers, that's
Where's my
how.
sheet?
quicken it.
Oh.
Where's my sheet?
So, Molly, if you'll give me an athletics check,
Double
please.
click on your picture. Yeah.
Would she have advantage on that?
Yeah, she's raging.
Ah, okay.
And I think that's a strength-based
Is it
thing.
extra sheet?
Yeah, click ADV. And then double click on your strength.
Ooh, nice. Okay, that passes. He's going to use his second attack to attempt another one.
On me.
Do the same thing again.
I'm like, on me. I'm like,
You are grappled.
Hey,
Doesn't she be pointing first?
you think twice?
He's got a passive perception that can see things at over 20, or passive perception over 27, and he can roll and get a grapple or a strength check of 35. The
Indeed.
stats
So
of this
you-
are ridiculous.
You are grappled, and he says, "If you're so insistent upon striking me, then you can just come with me." And he's going to grab you, and with almost a sonic boom, he's going to take off 180 feet straight into the air.
No, he would have to roll a wherever to figure out where he's going.
He's going
Because
straight
he's blinded.
up.
He
Well,
is
I know he's
it's-
blinded.
He has
It's
to
also
roll-
half because he's carrying somebody.
Not if it doesn't take half if you're one size larger than what you're carrying.
Oh, well,
That's
yeah.
how horses. That's how and that's how Molly was able to benefit because of powerful build. She can grapple a medium-sized creature and her movement speed not be affected.
No, it's been like that way. She
So,
had a hat.
if
Well,
you're-
never mind. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, but anyway, it's a one size larger, so it's gonna grab her and take off straight up 180 feet into the air.
so Lecurciel's used all of his legendary actions. What about Lecurciel 2.0?
Well, it is his turn at the moment, and I'm not sure. Honestly, I wish I was sure, but
I'm just gonna
I
take
think he
that as a
has.
no.
So don't you
because
have
you've
to
been
roll
casting a lot of
random-
spells with him.
That's a lot of stuff.
Well,
Okay.
I know you use two of them with one of them to cast a spell.
What about my Dragon's Breath?
You can't use Dragon's Breath as a legendary action.
I know that. I'm just asking. I'm getting prepped, is what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha. I think you still have that available.
Yeah, you do. I was about to do it on his turn when it was his turn, so yeah, you have it.
Anyway, so he's gonna go straight up 180 feet into the air.
So
While
how does he
he's
know where to go?
because he's
If you're
going
on
up.
the ground, then up is still.
I mean, I guess.
Up.
that
Yeah, he's
He
just
would
going
just-
straight up.
he
I'll
would
give
just
him
know
this.
that up is the safest direction to go.
Alright,
So he's
whatever.
not going anywhere. He's
What?
just going up.
He can tell the ground is this way, so he's pretty sure he's gonna go that way.
Even Helen Keller could jump.
But he's sure.
So he's gonna make an attack. I would say it would be at advantage, but he's blinded, which would be disadvantage. So it's gonna make a straight roll. He's gonna try to cut you with an attack while you're going up to the air, as you feel the wind breezing past your face.
That's Molly. She's gonna get hit. This dude has like a plus 27 to hit.
So he's gonna attack with the Arc Scepter. Actually, you know what? He's gonna try to bite you. That's what he's gonna do. Roll to hit. And Molly, if that hits, yep, that hits. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah, let me get that for you.
You take, for you with it being halved, that's 12 points of piercing. If you could add that for me,
bet.
please.
Then go pee.
That's 12 points of piercing and then a con save.
Alright. We got con save. Let me see.
What the?
Con save with this.
Gavin, you got to play Voss.
And then.
Oh, I'm playing balls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's
Oh,
at
that's
4.
success.
So
Yeah,
32.
I'm playing
32 con save.
Yeah, I just passes.
So how much damage does she take?
She takes 12. And she is going to take half of this poison damage. Well, actually, technically a quarter of this poison damage. She takes 11 poison damage as well, for a total of 23 damage.
Okay, so...
And when he gets 180 feet into the air, this is just for flavor. Well, actually, it's for a little more than just flavor. He is going to flat out spike her down to the ground using his last attack. Like DBZ style, spike down to the ground.
Do we not have any?
He's got
feather
4
fall
attacks on a
going
regular turn? Goodness.
He does.
We can. Someone can do the reaction.
So if he's spiking her to go further down, that's a shove, man. That's not just a regular hit.
I'm just rolling to see if it'll happen. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Let me just give me a athletics check to see if you can resist being just spiked to the ground. All this is gonna matter is he's just gonna drop her anyway. But if she fails this, I'm saying she can't roll to reduce the fall damage.
How fast do you fall?
Get pizza. That's
120, but he is doing this to attempt to throw her towards the ground, so it'd be a bit faster than that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, bro.
Oh,
Molly.
wow.
Molly's jacked.
Okay, so he's just gonna drop her and just says, "To oblivion with you," and he just drops her. Molly falls 120 feet. She has 60 feet left. She will hit the ground immediately when her next turn begins.
Unless she
And now-
teleports,
And now back
which she
to
has the ability to do.
The
Let's
falling
get right back
happens
on
as
top.
soon as your turn starts. She wouldn't have the opportunity.
No, that's not how that works. You don't fall and then immediately fall on your turn.
Look at the rules.
Yeah.
At the
No,
end of,
dude.
at the
We've
end of the
discussed this. We've discussed this at length. That's not how that works. And it's the same thing saying, well, raging ignores, or fall damage goes bypassing rage. That doesn't work either, but we let that go in your homebrew rules. She does
It
not
doesn't?
fall at the beginning
Yeah,
of her turn.
Fall damage ignores resistance to bludgeoning. That is a raw
It
rule.
does?
Yeah, fall damage ignores resistance to
But she
bludgeoning.
does not
Sucks.
fall at the beginning of her turn. That's not how that's going to work. And that's not the way that's
That
ever
doesn't
worked.
even kind of
Is
make
that not the way
sense.
we've been doing it?
Mm-mm. Well, I don't even think it's really come up like this before. Because if you're going to play it by, like, she falls, he didn't spike her down. He dropped her, so that she would drop the 120 feet at the beginning of her turn. She wouldn't drop during his turn because he didn't push her down.
No, I've always done it that way. You immediately fall 120 feet.
You
when the
either
conditions
fall
are
at
met.
the end of a turn or a beginning of a turn. You're saying that she's falling at the end of his turn, but at the beginning of hers? That doesn't make sense timeline-wise. Because it would be
We'll
a
get-
full round for her to fall some more.
We'll get into that later, but that's how I've always done it. You immediately fall 120 feet, and you might be right about the end of the turn, but then you would fall again at the end of the turn.
Okay, I'll give you that, but there's no way it would be at the end of one turn and at the beginning of another. 'Cause that doesn't make sense.
That's fair. But all right, so I put some little pieces of tape, and that is going to determine. And right, I need to spin around twice, right? Make sure that I don't
Twice
remember
or
where
3
I'm
times.
putting these things. All right, now can I find my way back to the computer?
You're
Okay.
you're squared up with it, I think.
Where's my tape? Here it is.
I halfway heard what happened.
You are currently plummeting to the ground.
Right. Because he was gonna full on football me.
Yeah, but you outstrengthened him.
Alright.
He got a 32 on his strength or athletic check, and you got a 33.
Dude.
And then after I do this, I'm going to take a picture of the screen so you guys can see how I'm doing this. Where's my last piece of tape? All right, where did I put these things?
Zoom out, figure that out.
That doesn't even. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Little bit of nowhere. Little bit of nowhere.
You know, I really should have thought this over before putting clear tape but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
You probably feel the screen and feel what it
Yeah.
takes back.
All right. What's the radius of a meteor swarm of 1 meteor?
Pretty sure isn't it the same as the glaciers?
No, I think it's a little bigger. If somebody could look that up for me, please.
Give me a second. Spell level 9. Meteor swarm. All right. They are 40-foot radius.
40. All right.
Yeah. And more than in your damn glacier shit.
40. All right. There's that one. God, did I just like not hit any of you guys with this?
I'm okay with it.
I hope you hit the fucking high spawned one with it.
Oh no, the freshly awakened primal Voltstalker. It's like,
Well, I
I've
haven't
come
moved it
to
to where-
consciousness! And then bloop.
Oh, you haven't moved it where it was supposed to be.
Where's the
I
tape?
don't know. I don't. Okay. Remember that one?
All right,
That's
where's
fine.
The next tape. Where did I put the tape? Oh, there's one. Oh, that's way off of fucking nowhere. It's barely even on the map. And where's my fourth and
Is it
final
4? I thought it was only 3 for
tape?
uniform.
Nope,
Is
it's
it 4?
4. Well, that sucks.
Are you gonna hit your own Oh wait, no, oh, it's off there. Okay.
Why did I
Okay.
put so many in that one area?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's just you, Bon.
Yeah. That is just me. That's okay though.
Oh, you're still at full health, dude.
I know. I literally haven't been
So,
touched. I
and
still have
it's a
hit points.
dex save.
I know.
So,
Oh, so if you make it, you take no damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the best person to hit this with. Like you, yeah. Luck point. Hold on, wait. Let's see. Let's see if I got a luck point. If not, I use a point of inspiration. I do have a luck point. Sweet.
I was really also kind of hoping I would hit like, oh no, you're not the only one. Newly awake guy.
Yeah, that's
is
what I'm
also-
saying. Game to conscious.
Oh, actually, hold on. I just got this. I'm gonna choose to save on this though, using the new item I just got.
How are you gonna choose to save?
You don't remember the item you just sold us?
I guess I don't. But I forget things that you guys get all the
Okay.
time.
Clockwork
So-
amulet.
Just I don't think it was a clockwork amulet. It was some other thing item. Hold on. Inventory. Shit.
Was it like a single-use thing?
It was a chance to break if we used it.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it. I forget what it was called. Motherfucker.
Where did you get it from?
The shop right before this, where
Was it
where
in
Molly got
Calumlux?
the bib, where Molly got the bib at.
Yeah, there was
it in
like
Calumlux?
there was like clockwork amulets and stuff like that, and there was something in there that could like once a day you
Moat
can make a
of
level turn.
luck. Is it
Yeah,
Moat
yeah,
of Luck?
that's it. Moat of luck. Moat of luck. Yep.
That's it. Yeah, I have it right here.
Okay, so you're gonna use it for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it for this.
Roll me a d4. On a 1 or a 2, it breaks.
It's a 2. It broke.
All right, then go ahead and delete that from your inventory, please. And
Sure.
you save, so really it just hits the Primal Vold Stalker, who actually rolled high enough to succeed, and he has evasion as well, so he doesn't take any damage either.
What was the? What, never mind. What did he roll? Never mind.
He rolled a 28 on his dex save.
Okay, all right, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. They're basically they're built on after rogue, so that doesn't hit anybody. So
I'm assuming I would have failed.
yeah, that would have been a failure.
I'm assuming, yeah. It's a silly. But you got a 6 and a 7, dude.
Well, actually,
Well, actually, hold on 1 second.
I'll take that. Point of luck. Yeah.
You might not have been able to use the mode of luck. I'm not sure of the wording on it. Oh no, never mind. It says when you fail a saving throw or miss with an attack, so you can know whether it's. I was wondering whether it had to be like before or something. Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool. So, yeah.
All right, well, that is the end of his turn, unfortunately. Lucas.
Mm. Okay. So he's 180 feet in the air.
180 feet in the air. Oh, I need to make a con save for him to see if he breaks his blindness. Well, that's not good.
Yeah, as a failure. Wait, actually, I think that is matching.
Pretty sure his DC is 20.
Bar kill? Oh, it is 20. Yeah, you're right. It is 20. My bad. You're right. It is bar kill.
His 7 plus. It's actually
You're right.
21. So, yeah, no, that doesn't succeed.
All right. So this is what we're going to do.
He has magic resistance. Okay, that does.
So he's not blind
All right.
anymore.
No, he's not blind anymore.
It's fine. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop into this plane of existence. See him way up in the air. Molly's falling. I'm going to bonus action pull out a potion of maximum power. And I will chuck that down. So take that out of my inventory. Interact, pull out my broom, because I hadn't been on my broom this entire time. I'm going to shoot up 50 feet into the air.
You can go 60 if you wanted to.
Sure, 60 feet in the air. Snag Molly. Then I'm going to hasted action, dash, and go up another, I think now it's 30 feet.
Why would it only be 30?
Because I got Molly on the broom now. Because I can meet Molly.
Oh, okay,
She was 60
okay.
feet from the ground. So if I go up
Yeah,
60
yeah.
feet, I got Molly. And now me and Molly are both tracking back up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to subtle cast Blurikill's Plasma Bomb. Single target.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Is
going
that
to
an
be.
attack roll or a dex save on his
That
part?
is an attack. That is a dex save. And he fails with a nat 6.
A nat 6. What kind of save is that?
Dex.
You said dex save?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a failure.
So he's going to take the maximum damage, which is 12d6. Because it's single target.
So that's a total of 72 damage.
72 points of damage.
So Sean, you know how at the last session, I was like, I think we should just call it here. Like everybody's already gone, and It's because I was worried about him dying before we, people were already away. That exceeds his maximum hit points by a lot. How do you want to
I
do this?
knew we were gonna kill this guy in the next round. Fuck this dude.
As he's up in the air, as he's screaming, I am divine! I am eternal! I am judgment!
You ain't nothing but garbage. Burnt garbage.
And as this hits him, you see electricity coursing through his body. He ignites, disappearing in a cloud of fire surrounding his being as these sparks crackle out from within the flame, the plasma completely overtaking his form. You see his flesh beginning to melt away, revealing bone underneath. His maddening screams turn to screams of anguish, despair, agony, as he writhes and thrashes in the air as he begins to rapidly lose elevation. And he screams and says, I was to be the most powerful being in the universe!
Hey, Molly, do you know what mailboxing is?
No.
Batters up. We're gonna go right at him.
And he is falling out of the air.
Yeah, we're gonna just I'm gonna go full on joust mode with my broom, and we're gonna see if we can just batters up with him as he's falling at us.
All right, Molly, he's flying towards him, zipping back and forth before he goes into a direct course, anticipating his fall, reaching right when his torso is directly in front of you. Now he is at free fall, completely terminal velocity as he's falling out of the air.
Okay.
You know what would have been perfect? Because he just used a spirit bomb. If he pulled the Goku as he's shooting it. And I hope you come back someday. And we can fight again.
So, I will be 100% honest with you. I did slightly model this bad guy after Majin Buu.
Okay. That would have been perfect. That's a good guy.
But what do you do, Molly? He's there, he's ready, you're ready, your weapon is ready to go.
I'm just gonna cleave him.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if I should cleave him or just with the blunt end, just go through him.
I think it's
Or you could full on baseball bat him.
home run.
Yeah. The batter swing.
And you do, and as you clip his side, you see his mouth goes agape for a moment, his eyes bulge, as he crashes into this temple right here, sending shattered and broken stone surrounding its environment. And he lays there motionless after reaching one last time up. His arm falls limp.
I just wanted to look like a nod.
Literally, though.
What a twat.
The nod's gonna walk over, kick him, and start singing "Wannabe" by Spice Girls.
You don't know that song.
You don't know what he knows. He's an interdimensional music lover.
And with that being said, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. The battle's still going. I forgot, you still have enemies left.
You have one guy left.
So,
All right, it's Void High Spawn 1's turn. Yes.
Fold. You know better than to pronounce it like that.
What did I say?
You said
Void.
Oh, I did. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Void. Because there's nothing in there.
So, what's the range of this? $60 feet. Oh, you didn't roll. Roll to see if you blank out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you still in the air?
Yes.
Blink!
You leave Molly on your broom. Molly, you're flying a broom now.
Oh shit.
All right.
Put you in the driver's seat. I'm out. Whew.
Immediately start panicking. I'm upside down, holding on for dear life. No
All
idea
right.
what I'm doing.
Yeah. So, where are you? Anand. I see. Perfect. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60.
No, I don't know if you got a plan for these guys or not, but do you want to have them like roll to see like morale? They just saw the dude that was supposed to be the god that's going to like protect them just get spanked.
When it's somebody's turn, perhaps. If somebody wants to do the charisma thing, perhaps.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's going to, in the meantime, let's see, I'm pretty sure Blurrakeel doesn't have his reaction left, but I don't know, that's metagaming. He's going to cast Power Word Pain on Blurrakeel. I think Blurrakeel might have his reaction.
What level is Power Word Pain?
I guess Blurrakeel would know this. It's 7th level.
Because, but is it to hit or is it a resistance?
It's neither. If you have less than 100 hit points, you just take it.
I don't have
whether
less than
Blurrakeel
100
has
hit
less than
points.
100.
You're kidding, right? His base is 297.
Left. Less than 100 left.
Well, when I was here,
He's taking some
still was in
damage.
the 200, so I don't know.
He's taking some damage.
He's taking a shit ton of damage.
Yeah. He basically got swarmed by a bunch of Vold in the last combat, in the last session.
More like jumped.
Well, I don't have enough. I don't have enough information to say whether or not that's effective. Or not.
I'm gonna. You know what? Since I don't remember, I'm gonna say sure. He has his reaction left. So, all right, Power Word Pain. I guess it goes off. So, Blurrakeel,
My counter spell is level 3.
I don't think you're within range of it.
Higher level.
He's 75 feet away from you. You would have been the target if he could have reached you.
Well, how much damage did he take? If we're gonna be specific, we gotta know.
What do you mean? Power Word Pain doesn't do damage.
You said if
they have less than 100
HP.
hit points or fewer remaining, which he does.
Takes place.
Hey, are you sure?
Yep, I'm looking at the combat tracker. He has 66 hit points left. So his movement speed is reduced to 10 feet. He has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, other than Constitution saves. And if he casts a spell, he has to make a concentration check just to cast it.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. And that's going to be its turn. I don't remember. No, Power Word Pain. It doesn't say how long it lasts.
I mean, he's gonna die, so it's okay. I don't mean me. I mean the bowl. It's kind of irrelevant. You can't see it, but I'm smiling.
All right, we'll figure that out later. As we know right now is it's still going. All right, it is Voss's turn.
So
Lost
wait,
the
I
moss.
have to use something to make them go away. What is that
What do you mean?
about? Like, what's about the morale thing?
Basically what you're doing is like an intimidation check to just like break their morale, is if that's what you wanted to do.
Okay. So would I have to use that as my action or no?
I'll
Dude,
say for this purposes, you know what? Why not? No, just you
There's
just-
one guy left. Just murder the last guy if we're gonna do this.
I think there's actually two.
No, the other one's been converted to us because he's still dominated.
Primal Stalker 1, I don't think.
Oh, that's right. There was Sperm Stalker 1. Oh, well.
He broke out, yeah.
Yeah. So 60 feet first. Okay. I don't think he's in range. He might be in range. Let's see. Yep, that's definitely in range. Yeah, Voss is just gonna cast Banishment on Primal Bolt Stalker 1.
Okay. That, I think it's a charisma save. I'm pretty sure.
Banishment. Let's see. A charisma saving throw.
That is a 20. I do believe that passes.
I don't know the LDC.
Should be 18
LDC is 19.
or 19. Okay.
Yeah, it passes. Yeah. And then he's gonna use, well, unfortunately that didn't work, but I guess he's gonna be like, I suggest y'all leave before y'all's lives become to a quick end. And I guess that'll be my bonus action. So what do I roll for that?
Give me a charisma check.
Alright.
Or saving throw, I mean. Or no, a check. Yeah, yeah. That's, or I don't mean charisma check. I mean intimidation check.
Intimidation check. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then he does not have charisma and intimidation. 19.
Okay. We'll see if that
that would-
happens.
Be the end of Voss's turn.
Yeah, Primal Volt Stalker, he's just gonna try to run for it. So he's gonna he's moving 160 feet. He's running, dashing, bonus action dashing. He's getting the fuck out. All right, guess it'd be 180 feet. He's using his entire turn to just run.
As one should.
And is anybody gonna try to stop him? That's his turn. He is. We'll just say he's very far off the map, but he still exists if anybody cares. And Bon,
Well,
you're up.
someone has to send the message.
Yeah, just spread the word that we killed Cypher Gun.
Right.
Yeah. Leave only one survivor.
I was like, well.
Yeah, so I guess
I will say
don't think
the high spawn after casting that power word pain on
I feel
the
pretty
dragon.
confident.
I'm not saying he feels pretty confident. He's saying, "Mercy, I'll just leave."
No.
Does,
We only leave one survivor. What's that? What are you saying, Martha?
Well, I'll ask it on
On your turn.
on
Okay.
my turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll ask
okay.
on my turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reload as my bonus action.
Okay.
And this is gonna be a flaming
Going for a
bullet.
headshot.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also using a Deadeye accuracy. Let me double make sure I can actually do that. Yeah, I can. I got enough grit for it. So it'd be so last hit point. So advantage. Oops, hold on.
Yeah. Okay. That hits.
Cool.
Just to see if you would get a crit.
Yeah, just to okay, but do. So he takes this bit of damage. I would like to re-roll that too
Of course you would.
to be an 8.
So let me add 6 more damage to him. And yeah, that shot pierces him just center mass as you see he coughs up some blood immediately after the shot.
Can you get that
And I
damage?
think
I did not add that to him. My
You
bad.
did not add that to him. Okay.
Yeah,
And I think
did.
you still have another shot.
I do. So I'm gonna use an action. One of my attacks to reload.
Have you used your action surge yet?
I have not. I don't think. Hold on.
I don't believe you have. I don't think you've used your action surge.
Action search. I have not. Not. Oh, and he also takes another D of fire because that was a flaming bullet.
Okay.
Just fire damage. Yeah. So that's so I use one of my attacks to fire at him again.
Are you action surging?
No. That was a bonus action reload
No.
attack, and I have a hasted action too. So
Yes,
bonus
yes, you
action
do.
reload attack. That's one attack. Then another
And then
attack. To
attack,
reload. and a
reload.
action to hit.
To do another attack, yeah.
Do another attack. I do not have advantage on this one.
I gotta say, like, you and Molly pretty much prime targets for haste.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is gonna be a straight roll with a flaming bullet.
Okay. Yeah, you got that.
Damn, dude. I gotta roll the 1 on that shit. Wow. I cannot re-roll it because I already used that once.
Yeah, you can
this
do that once
round. I
per
can only-
turn.
Once per turn. So yeah. I'm gonna. You know what? Yeah, why not? Action surge.
You'd have to use one of those attacks to reload, so you get one more attack out of it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, thing that I can just shoot. Have advantage. Did I drink a potion of, oh, I used the potion advantage on William. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, that unfortunately hits.
Did we add a D thing of so that's 2D?
It doesn't matter. You exceeded his hit points.
Cool. Great.
How do you do this? Is it just straight to the dome, or?
So like first shot, goes to the ribs as he's like coughing up blood. no, please don't. It's like another shot goes to the shoulder. No, I said I would run away. And then the last shot, as he kind of goes to like drop on his knees, straight to the top of his head, goes all the way through and comes out his ass.
Yep,
Nice.
that's what happens.
Sure.
Nice.
Yippers.
As he just like, you would think someone stuck a pole through him and like shish kebabbed him.
So you see this, the bullet goes in, and it's just, brain matter as he shoots him right to the top of the head. But then you just see this red stream right out his ass, just immediately behind it, as he dies in sort of this position, like just hunched over on the ground, looking like he had Taco Bell for his last meal.
Oddly
Is that
enough, he died with a
necessary?
smile on his face.
It's like reverse sodomy.
Yeah, that'd be the end of my turn. I guess it's the end
So
of combat.
since we're at a combat question, did Blakerkiel 2.0 use his 9th level spell?
Yeah, they both did.
They did.
So actually, Gavin, yes, they both used the glacier, and they basically
so much
put
cooler
them
spells than that
around the same spot. That's the only one they have. That's the only 9th level one they had. I
They
thought.
have wish. He literally has wish.
Okay, I had to play both of them and my character and another thing.
You
I
make
wasn't
it
trying to be
sound like
complicated.
there's not going to be more opportunities to burn wishes. Like,
Exactly.
I wanted
It's
to
the
do
Arca.
something dumb. Oh, it's fine.
Remember, I've always said that simulacrums, when they use wish, they carry the risk for their owner as well, or for their creator. Or else you
Not
could
for
just
the
literally
Archon.
break
He's
any
above
campaign
that.
without limit.
It's the Archon. He's above that.
Yeah, well,
He
I have a
doesn't
game that I have
share
to
in
keep
those.
stable, so
He's literally the Archon. He probably could cast Wish back to back and not suffer repercussions.
So, by the way, I have a parcel to drop. I'm not going to make you guys roll an
Okay.
investigation check, partially because you earned this, and
because
also,
we never get to make investigation checks in your game.
well, I want you to just find these things. These
Yeah,
are
no,
some
I
of the
just
things
messing
that you find on the battlefield. You
Why are you
investigate
rolling
around,
damage?
and inside of one of these temples, you find
So,
well, off of him, you find his Arc Scepter, which you can take. And then you find 2 scrolls in one of these buildings that match some custom spells that he created himself.
The Necrostorm
I
and
will
Shine
absolutely-
Spear.
Yes.
Hey, Gavin, BT
Where'd you
dubs.
put those?
Hold on one second. What were you saying, Marte?
Oh, I was saying, did you link them in chat?
Yeah, look at the... Oh, did I not?
No, it's up top. It's up top out of.
There, I shared it
it's
again.
There. I accidentally, I did some stuff. My bad.
Beautiful loot. Aw.
I figured it would be cool to give you guys a way of actually casting some of the spells that you saw in this
You need
fight.
to identify the Platinum Ring.
You guys need to identify the platinum.
I
ring.
cast
Those-
Identify on the Platinum Ring.
Yeah.
All right.
I will mark off a
Ultra
first level spell slot.
Tonic.
There you go.
It is the
Is that the
Band of
same-
Mirrored Essence.
Is this the same thing we bought at the freaking thing or whatever?
Is what?
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
the
the Ultra
same
Divine
one.
Tonic, it is the
Yeah.
same thing. I was already planning on giving you one in this fight. You technically got an extra when you were out in Sigil.
I kind of want to drink that.
Well, that's up to
Hey,
you
can you
guys to
give me
decide
just
who
a
gets
quick
it.
breakdown of what this band is? That's a lot of text for this ring.
Dude, I added this weeks ago. I don't remember what the Band of Mirrored Essence does.
As a capture, assume either the creature's appearance or one of its features.
Okay.
What is...
Alright, you kill somebody and you get to like get a little bit of their skill and look like them.
Weird.
And then the Arc
Descriptions for the
Scepter is
spell.
also there to use. You could technically, nobody is going to... Well, actually, Molly could use it as a pole arm. But it also can just work as a staff.
Okay.
D10, D4. Yeah, because her thing now lets her teleport around and attack on a bonus action, which is huge for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if nobody wants... whatever anybody does not want, I will hold on to, just so I can throw it into the inventory.
I figured it was all
Oh.
it was all spell casting shit, so I kind of not even looked at it.
It's...
I
Well, the
kinda-
loot is obviously something for boss, which still needs to be identified. I will cast Identify on the loot!
Mark off the spell slot.
Yeah, I did. No, that's not accepted.
All right, I'm gonna
well-
drop this in his
Oh, for
inventory.
the-
You just have to remind him that it's there.
Okay.
For the spells, it doesn't give a description of the spells in the...
Oh, here, I'll just link them.
So the Necrostorm is what he cast in one of the sessions you weren't there. It's basically a mass AoE where you get to pick out the targets, not just one area of effect, and it does a bunch of damage, and then part of the damage you actually heal for as well.
That would be nice. You
All right.
gain hit points equal to the combined amount of necro damage to all targets who failed the saving throw. Okay, and then Shining Spear.
It's a Sun Spear, let's be honest.
So
Yeah.
the only thing that would be good for anybody is the Ultra Divine Tonic, which just
Yeah, we
says,
gotta-
hey, who wants to raise their an ability score by 2?
I like the Necrostorm and I like the Tonic. Those are the two that I personally would be interested in.
Of course, you're getting the Necrostorm, you magical bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, both.
You're not
both-
interested in the Shining Spear?
Thank you.
Well,
No.
dude, you're the only wizard. You can actually break that down
You
and
can add
make more
both of those to your
scrolls.
spell
Yeah.
book.
Well, I was just saying I don't want to be greedy though, because I like the tonic. I haven't had an ability score improvement in a very long time.
Well, you're about to
I
get
would-
one.
I
Yeah.
would
Oh,
like
and level
that.
18, everybody.
So I would say the
So I'll
tonic. I would prefer the tonic to go to one of the casters, right? Because people failing spell save DCs is huge.
Very rough.
So
Yeah.
raising one of our casters' spell save DC, I think, is probably one of the best ways to go.
I guess my plus 17 has to stay a plus 17. It can't go to a plus 18. Darn.
Well, it raises.
Darn.
it
Well,
by
your
2.
thing about like your thing is to be able to hit things, and you have a massive bonus to that. Like that, right, you
I
roll
want
triple
you to take
advantage.
both.
I'm not too worried about you.
I'll say
I
this:
know,
you
I
could
was playing.
absolutely use one of
playing.
these scrolls to just cast that spell, but if you do, it's gone to you forever.
So you want me to take both scrolls?
Yeah, I'm good with you
Okay.
taking most scrolls, so you can put it in your spell book, and that way we can have it
Okay.
reusable.
I
And
don't
also,
mind.
might I add,
Make
Cypher's
spells.
Necrostorm can be casted by sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards, while Shining Spear can be casted by bards, clerics, sorcerers, and wizards.
I mean, if he has
So-
it in his spell book, if he really wanted to and had the downtime, he can make
You
another
can teach
scroll.
it to you as well, either one of these, if
Yeah.
you wanted to have it.
So
That
yeah.
is true.
most scrolls, I would say to a nod, unless anybody has any
Oh,
argument
yeah,
on
no,
that.
no, no.
Okay.
Wizards always get the damn
Why is it
scrolls.
not? I'm dragging. It's not
Good luck.
going.
Good luck getting
It's
the
not
money
going.
to actually. Good luck getting the
You
money.
want me to put those in
actually,
your inventory?
Put it in your scroll book.
Bro,
Scroll book.
I have a lot of money. I haven't been spending my money. I have lots of money.
All right.
And my father-in-law here owes me, so I can afford anything.
So I will say. So a couple. So nobody here wants the Band of Mirrored Essence or the Arc Scepter of the Founder.
Yeah, we can sell those if you want.
We got things to sell or whatever. I'm just saying I'll hold on to them just so somebody picks them up.
Those
Who
scrolls are
wants
in
the
your
tonic?
inventory now.
Okay, thank you. Who wants the tonic?
I mean, I think
want the tonic,
everybody
but
does.
I've taken 2 things already. So. Oh,
Okay.
thank you, dear. Oh, aw, she brought me dinner ready.
Oh,
Lactate
that's so
pill.
nice.
That is so nice.
All right, I'm gonna do a complete dick thing, but I want everybody else to kind of weigh in. The last Ultra Divine Tonic we got, Voss already got, and he lost it, and he didn't show up. I'm gonna say he misses out.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough.
So,
He told me I could do whatever I wanted anyway,
Oh.
and he won't remember because he's old.
so here's the thing: the tonic, I would say, goes to either a nod or me, right? My spell save DC is already kind of high. I'm happy with making it higher. I can dominate more stuff.
Bro, could you make one of these potions?
No, you could not.
Why not?
Whenever you went to Sigil, he made it abundantly clear that the materials for this tonic are nearly inobtainable. There's only been a handful of these potions ever created in the history of the universe.
That's not impossible. He's
You're
almost
right.
a
It is not
demigod.
impossible. And maybe if you want to invest the time into making more of these, with a huge investiture of funds and time, you might figure out how to make another one.
No, I want to
But-
shotgun it. So, anyway, I'm gonna take it, but I feel it'll come back because it's a really good item. Are we okay with that? I'm gonna take it.
Anand, would you be
Thank
okay
you.
with him taking that?
Yep. Fine.
Okay.
All right. So I'll drag all those things into my deals. Oh
Are you taking that potion now, or are you waiting?
no, I'm not taking it now. Get the fuck out of here. I will
You
take
sure?
it. I will take it when I can lock myself in a vault for 24 hours.
I'm like boss. I'm like boss.
Don't forget to,
Take it right before a fucking boss battle. A major boss battle.
don't forget to harvest Cypher's remains.
Yeah, you know what? Is there anything I might be able to use for some components out of that? That dude was a walking experiment.
You know what? Get creative. He looks like how he looks if you zoom into the picture. He's got long but kind of thinning green hair, tendrils coming off the back of his head. He's got 4 arms, 7 legs, and his skin is a metallic type of material at this point, resembling a hardened steel.
So he
What?
resisted. He resisted transforming into a Volt. Yes,
No, he didn't. He fully tried to transform into a Volt.
but his body resisted it, and he couldn't do it.
I don't know whether you would. You tell me whether Anand would look at him and say that's a Volt or not. He thought he
what
was a
Anand's-
Volt.
Fucking abominations with that.
What? Why don't we? What would it be possible? And this is me posing this question to Lucas. I'm like, Lucas, he's spliced my DNA with his, which clearly, based off of what he said, has resisted it. He was never able to attain my form, but it's still mixed in there. Is there a? Do you think if we were to have it studied, we could kind of make I can't even use the word antidote because it would just it wouldn't work the same. Something that would augment primal volts on a fundamental level.
I can say,
Maybe.
as Lucas, I can definitively tell you, I have no fucking clue.
Like, do you see what I'm saying?
I
Like, what
get
if we
it,
could
but that's
Use it to change it, maybe to make them in, more human or closer to being an actual Volt.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. What he did here, it seemed like kind of delving into uncharted territory, and what you're talking about is trying to undo what we don't even know what he exactly did. Right? I don't. That's one complicated Rubik's cube to try and unfuckle.
Archon, what do you think about that? You think we could use what he is to try to help what the primals are?
Perhaps so. However, I don't think that is the only takeaway from this encounter that could help us have a greater degree of understanding. As he motions over his shoulder while turning back into his humanoid form, that back there is the first augmented Vold that we know of who has ever awakened, and we saw it with our own eyes. He's still unconscious, by the way, this newly awakened Vold.
Nice.
But yes, I do think it's possible. Are you, if I'm gathering what your intentions are, is to find a way to trigger an awakening,
Mm-hmm.
possibly so.
Either trigger an awakening or cause regression in the DNA of the primal Vold that would make it revert back to Elven. Something just to deal with the madness.
I feel as though the former is a more viable option than the latter. The transformation from elf to Vold is a rather profound one, and I personally, with at least based on my knowledge, could not think of a way that it could be undone. However, we do know that primal Volds can move forward. The next step is, of course, awakening. And if that happens, if there's a way that we could trigger that, then perhaps. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
I'd say it was worth it. Let's let Lucas take a little bit, and then who would you recommend for the studying of this?
I would study it myself. I would like to take a sample of his tissue back to the Tower of High Sorcery in Stormhaven. Not Stormhaven. I didn't mean Stormhaven. I meant King's Crest.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, let's get to chopping. And I will harvest organs?
Yeah, this is probably going to be a Molly thing. His skin is steel, so you know.
Well, Molly already just, like, decapitated him again, so...
Yeah, well, if he wasn't dead, he'd probably have PTSD over that, but he's dead, so...
So...
And I'm just going to say, you know, Arcana check, just so there's a degree of finality to this. You look at his body, and there's no signs that he has cloned himself recently.
All right.
What's in this arena type thing?
Well,
It looks like that was just a battle arena. Like,
real quick,
a
I'm sorry.
gladiatorial arena is what it looks like.
Gotcha. Back to Lucas.
So, a couple quick things here. One, whatever it is I as an alchemist feel like might be some viable whatever from his body. You know,
Well,
I'll try
blood
to
for
take-
starters. He has spikes in his wrist like Vold do, so those perhaps you would imagine.
You tell me what it is I'm taking here. my
Give
man.
me an alchemy check. Give me an alchemy check.
What
So
is
that's going to be either wisdom or intelligence with proficiency.
Yeah. I'm going to do an investigation because it'll be the same bonus because I have expertise in alchemy.
That's fine.
So, where is my investigation? There it is. 22.
Okay.
You know
So
what? I really want to get into this one. I want to use the luck point. I want to redo that one. Let's see if we can
All right.
find some good stuff in here. There you go. How about 35 with a nat 20?
holy shit. Okay. So I'm going to start with what you would have gotten from the 22.
I'm
and
going to
then work
extract
up
his
to what
DNA to
you-
clone this dude. Let's go.
I'm going to start with what you got with the 22 and move up to what you now get because of the 35.
Okay, cool.
So with a 22, you would obviously blood is a
Also,
given.
quick pause while you do that. Don't forget, guys, we still have the other chick that's like in like the water tub up at the top of the map. So
Yeah, we're
whatever
we're
y'all want to do
getting
about
that. And
that.
it's a green goo, not water, but yeah.
Alright.
So obviously blood. I mean that's a given. You would imagine probably skin or scales, since it appears to have been augmented physically, would probably be a good thing too. And the spikes, that's just obvious as well. But then it occurs to you that, at least on a metaphysical sense, the soul is largely housed between the mind and the heart. So if there's anything that would have been probably augmented first, from whatever ritual he put himself through, it would be his brain and his heart. And you might not have normally thought to harvest the heart from a creature like this, but your instincts are just telling you, take the heart.
So essentially, I'm going to say we got those 5 things from him. Got some blood, some scales, some spikes, and his heart and brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and grab his foot and be like, "Haha, I got your toes."
I
You're
will,
gonna take a lucky Cypher's foot?
Yes. This little piggy went to market.
I will add all those to my components there. So I'll put them down as specifically as Cyphergon's stuff in there for all my stuff. All right, there you go.
All right. At this
Dude,
point,
what if we made some distilled Cypher powder? The way I was doing the crystals. Oh, bro.
that'd be a rush.
Seeing stuff, bro.
I'll be
smelling
honest.
colors,
I thought
man.
there might have been some resistance about people becoming partial cannibals because of the things I would put in potions, but like everybody's just finding no, we're just snorting bodies. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's largely accepted because the nature of alchemy changes things at its fundamental core. So when you mix together all the ingredients for a potion and you drink that potion, you're technically no longer drinking those ingredients.
No, you
Technically.
are. I'm the alchemist. Trust me. When you drink a potion of psychic resistance, there's little bits of brain you still have to chew through as it goes down.
Oh, okay. All right. I will
That's
say
your
at
matter.
this point, you do hear like a pained moan coming from up north in the direction of this tub. And it appears as though the tan-skinned, dark-haired woman who's laying in it is beginning to gain consciousness. And again, to describe her, she is laying in this tub of like this green liquid. She's kind of wrapped in like a white silk cloth. She has like tan skin, kind of like a similar complexion to what like we would call Hispanic. Like light brown eyes, dark brown hair. She has a ruby tattoo across her chest, and she has a small tattoo on her forearm that resembles a Galder Speedy Courier, is what it resembles, with a little air elemental holding its chest.
I mean, does this seem familiar at all? Like, we've seen these logos, or...
You do recognize one thing. Well, it depends. Has anybody ever been to Angaria before? Would your character have ever been there? I can tell you, Nick, for a fact, that he has been to Angaria.
Oh, okay.
Once we've been there in this campaign, then I know I had.
Okay. This is the symbol for a brothel in Angaria, known as the Desert Ruby.
Yeah, I totally.
Not from the Tresmadella?
No, not from the Tresmadella. This is the Desert Ruby.
Seems like this is the symbol for a brothel. The Desert Ruby, if I'm recalling it right.
So they wouldn't get themselves a call girl for the ritual?
I guess Cybergan needed a little playtime before the fight.
Interrupting you, her eyes suddenly snap open. She takes in her surroundings quickly, and kind of holding this garment across her chest, she nimbly leaps out of this tub, doing a backflip through the air, as she does about a half a dozen back handsprings, one after the other, and places her hand on her forearm after yanking out a lock of hair, and activates it to cast Galder Speedy Courier.
Matches garment.
Okay. And wait, she yanked out some hair to do it?
She yanked out a lock of her own hair, and then lays a hand on her forearm, as if and starts casting Galder Speedy Courier.
You know you had to have
Galder
25
spell?
gold to have that go off.
I'm saying that, no, this is a magical tattoo version of it. It doesn't require that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Someone counterspell
Okay, counterspell.
it.
And when it disappears and she's still holding this lock of hair, she takes like a cautious stance. Who are all of you? What am I doing here?
This is the slave auction. You've been recruited.
She's like, lay one hand on me, and it will be the last thing that you ever do.
You do realize how many are here, right? You are seriously outnumbered.
We don't need to be antagonistic.
I would say outgunned, but he's joking. He is joking.
What do you all want?
Well, we're trying to find out what you are here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you see what's going on here and all of the monsters and the creatures that we just had to kill, but apparently they had you in here for some reason, so...
Please note that my apron is just covered in new blood.
I'm not well, your bed continues to make just wet blood on you.
Drips blood. You're like,
She speaks up and she says, this doesn't make any sense. And when the realization suddenly hits her, died. Of old age. And she looks down at herself, seeing that she's young. What is going on?
You look great.
Just out of curiosity, you thought you were like a geriatric and your first instinct is to do a bunch of handsprings? Like, what muscle memory are you pulling that from?
This is reverse menopause.
She appears to be in utter shock at the moment. Like, this isn't possible. How is this happening? I died.
Well, apparently it didn't take. Look, how about you walk us through the last few things that you remember so we can all figure this out?
the last few things I remember is I was surrounded by my husband, my grandchildren, my son,
All right, well let's try this a different angle. What's your name?
Gwen Blankenship.
Win Blankenship.
Yeah, that's our silver dragon, not silver dragon, ancient whatever face.
My husband, his name is Geen Zoriel. Is he still alive?
Archon's there, is he?
The Archon,
Mm.
and he says to her, "Be at peace, young one." You hear him speak telepathically, and he imagine he can't do it to everybody, but both Lucas and Anand, you hear him say, "She cannot know that she is a steel dragon. It could mark catastrophe. I don't know what you wish to tell her, but determine it soon." And
Well,
she says, "Take me to my husband. He can sort this all out."
Well, apparently, if you were died of old age and this is not the same time frame, I don't know where your husband is or anything else. But right now, we need to deal with this. We also need to recover. We just went through a massive battle dealing with all this stuff. So right now, let's get you settled. Let us get settled, and we'll figure this out. We don't need to rush anywhere right now.
My grandson, his name is Drexel Belrook. Have you heard of him? Do you know who he is?
Yeah, we've heard of him.
Turned out to be a piece of work, lady.
Somehow, you are much, much, much younger than your grandson.
So, just to throw it out there, just to make I'm understanding here. So, your grandson is Drexel Belrook. So, your husband is his grandfather?
That's correct.
Somebody lied on the paternity test.
No, I covered that a long time ago. That his 4 grandparents is Shiziki, whoever the angel was that Shiziki knocked up, whose name I'm forgetting. Gwen and Genzo are his 4 grandparents.
Oh, that's right. Genzo's other name. You changed the fucking names, man, and there's 1,000,002,000 NPCs. I forgot that was
I
what
know.
Genzo was going by nowadays.
Well,
So-
Genzo was always just a nickname. His name was Geen.
Yeah, but we learned. I literally said his name was Genzo for like over 3 years.
I know. I know.
So you see Bond like visibly like so and he's stumbling over to it. So if I'm getting this right, you put what you know the angel of death?
Yes, Shiziki and I were friends. Why? Is he around?
No.
Now that. Like,
Can you take me to him?
Anybody want to
I-
tell her how long it's been, or no?
Well, let's ask her. What year was it when
what
you
year
last
do you
remember?
think it is?
So
It's the year 1040, correct?
And what year is it now? Because I don't know.
It's 1100. It's the year 1100.
So do math for me. How long has she been out?
60 years.
Okay.
It's
Bond
been
starts
60 years.
praying.
Adam. Yeah, we'll tell her. It's been 60 years.
Bond just like starts praying to the angel of death.
What are you praying to Shiziki for?
Well,
He's a god now.
Yeah. He's kind of preoccupied.
Yeah, he is
So,
one of the newer gods.
Wait, I thought when he called himself a god that was a joke. That it was, I'm a god, not literal.
He's
Now
li-
she seems
he's,
dumbfounded.
He's,
He's a god.
I imagine us just like kneeling in a corner, just like, just like what's
Don't worry,
going
we'll be
on?
gods.
She's like, he's not literally a god. I mean, like, sure, he's a god, but he's not a god.
He's literally,
ma'am,
literally.
There are temples all over worshiping him.
People like him. I
He
guess.
is my god. He is the god.
I'll be a god soon.
So,
He is divine.
interrupting this conversation, you finally hear a stirring as from behind you, you notice that the newly awakened Vold has woken up. And Anand, this is a first for you, actually. You are aware that the process happens, but you've never
Yeah.
actually seen a Vold awaken with your own eyes before.
Okay.
And he attempts to stand up, kind of waves, like wobbles back and forth, and then drops to his knees. And clutching his face, his hair greasy and dirty. Just all in all, he just looks like shit. Torn, ripped clothes. What happened? What's going on?
I'm gonna walk, and I'll walk over and put a hand on his shoulder. Look him in the eye. You just woke up. You're gonna have a lot of questions. But I suggest you take this and calm down. And I'm gonna put a mana crystal in his hand and kind of like slide it against where his spike would be.
You don't even have to. He instinctively knows what to do. He drains that mana
Okay.
crystal in about half a second.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of walk up, and Lucas is just gonna like, huh. I guess I overwrote the magic that made him into what he was and turned him into an awakened Vold. Fuck your ancient magic. Man, I'm better at this than ancient magic. Let's go.
And I'm gonna as he does it, I'm gonna like show him spike hole on my wrist and be like, you will have questions. I'll have some answers for you.
As you speak to him, though... Oh, what did you say? What was the last thing you said?
Breathe.
And as you speak to him, you notice something peculiar, though. That his body almost starts slightly fading from visibility, almost like he can't even control it. He becomes semi-transparent, fully transparent for a moment, before becoming fully corporeal again, shifting back and forth between these two states. And that is not something that is normal for a Vold to be able to do.
Oh man, he's the upgraded model.
Aw, man.
Fuck.
He's the T-82, man. All right.
I know.
This is, as far as you know, the first instance of an augmented Vold awakening. It's never happened before.
What does that exactly mean?
That means that this type of Vold has abilities that aren't innate to Vold, that was granted to it through experimentation.
Well, about to replicate these abilities.
Also, I'm just gonna saddle up next to Gwen. Who was it that you were trying to? I'm sorry, but when you popped out casting a spell, instinctual, I had to shut that down. I didn't know what was going on. Who were you trying to send a speedy courier off to?
My husband and I always had a symbol, or I should say a safeguard. If either one of us is in trouble, we keep a tattoo on our forearm of Galder's Speedy Courier. We send a lock of our own hair to them. That signifies that the other is in trouble.
Okay.
Who?
Just out of curiosity, do you know a gentleman named Jance?
Yes, he's an old friend.
Yeah, we've met Jance before. And he
Back when I was a vigilante, you may have heard of me. I went by the code name of Dawn Reaver. You haven't heard of her, but she says that. He was my informant back when I was a vigilante.
Well, I might not be able to get a hold of your husband, but we might be able to at least get a hold of Jance and try and get some things settled out here. So, at least we've
Hey,
got something in
let her-
common.
Let her see if we can. Can you cast Golder Speedy Carry again?
No, the tattoo has been used. It
The
is now
Archon
gone.
can, but we can deal with
Yeah.
that later. Why don't we all just kind of get a beat on the situation here? Right now, we're in the middle of a battlefield and everybody's
And
busted up.
As you say that, the silence is broken by a massive roar from off in the distance as silhouette of the Force Dragon, who has now begun stomping loudly in your direction.
So, question: did we ever find one of those big mana crystals that I was looking for to power, or like the giant mana crystals that I was looking
Give me an
to power?
investigation check
Okay.
quickly, because you are now.
Yeah.
He gets to make investigation. I never get to-
Lucas, give me one as well. Give me one as well.
All right. Don't be
Hey,
doing no
can Boss
investigations
cast
without
his
me.
giant mansion thing, and we all go inside of it.
Wait, you do what now?
We can just get into the car and get the hell out of here.
And we all go inside of it. Oh.
I use a luck point.
Hey, there you
Hell
go.
yeah, my man.
So while you are quickly rummaging through these buildings, attempting to find this, you look through each of the buildings, and to no regard, there's not one in the buildings. And so you're just scrambling, looking back and forth, when you make your way over to the cauldron that she was laying in, and you notice at the very base of this cauldron is one of these large white mana crystals. This one is about grapefruit sized, which is the largest one you've ever seen. Usually they're like that big. This is about like this.
Damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
And in your excitement, you continue looking, and you make your way over to the lake, and you see frozen inside of this lake, within the block of ice, inside of the lake, there is another mana crystal frozen in place in the water.
No. How far deep?
I'll say about 10 feet deep into the water. Let's see how well you can problem solve. You have. I'll put it this way: you have 30 seconds,
Fireball?
in-game seconds, not real life seconds,
Fireball.
but in-game seconds to get this
dude.
out of the water.
Can someone fireball it? I put a grenade over the top of it and set it off.
Okay, I'll say that
Nice.
clears about half of it.
I put another
But,
C4 and clear it off.
Okay, it's at the surface, but now you're starting to get nervous because you don't want to blow it up. So you
I
still
take
got a couple
dagger
more
and
feet.
I start a couple more feet.
I'd say two
How-
more feet.
2 more
Of
feet. I take a
ice.
dagger and so I take a +1 dagger and start chipping at it.
All right, give me
Getting-
an athletics check and add 1 to it.
Athletics, not acrobatics. Damn it.
This is athletics. You
Alright,
are physically forcing your way through the ice.
Sorry. I'm accidentally changing the what. Yeah.
So are we getting in the mansion or are we taking the car? Because we got to figure something out.
What point?
That's a 10. Okay, that's a 15. You get it to where you can just get the ice underneath to wedge it, and at this point you look up and you see this dragon almost towering over you.
Mansion.
Look at
Mansion.
And as
he's
you're
gonna
like,
cast a mansion, we go.
shit, and finally you crank that dagger. You do happen to break the dagger in the process, but it
That's fine.
finally yanks it out. It still has some ice stuck to it.
How
Oh, it's magic? Okay.
Yeah.
Then
it's a
it
+1
breaks and
dagger.
reforms it. Then
Yeah,
it breaks and reforms
I'm
itself.
gonna
but-
say I'm keeping an eye. As soon as I get him, like, boom, he's gone. Because I'm vortex warping him over to the front door of the mansion.
And it still has like this. Granted, this crystal's about that big, and it's right now just with the ice around it. It's about bowling ball sized, but you got the part out that matters.
Sweet. So I got.
And- Yeah, you get into the mansion, and
I did
you can
grab both of them.
hear. Yes, you have both.
Okay, cool.
So these are each are about 1 pound each. Ancient mana crystals.
All right. Well, we know how powerful these are as a bomb. Let's see how powerful they are as a power source.
Well, it worked that way as a bomb because you literally destabilized them. It completely destroyed them in the process of making that bomb.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, so you were inside of this mansion, and the dragon just completely raises this entire landscape around you. And after a couple of hours, its rampage finally ends, and you exit to see utter devastation everywhere around you. But as you exit, you notice it's probably about half a mile away, moving in the opposite direction.
All right, why don't we get back to civilization? I know it's all wrecked, right? But is there any way we can tell what exactly Cyphergon was trying to do? Like what the ritual was that he almost completed?
Yeah, go for it. Give me another investigation check. See what you can find.
Okay. $27.
So, part of what Cyphergon was after, you would imagine he already achieved. In this investigation check, you find buried underneath some of the rubble, some steel dragon scales. And when you look at these scales, they look very similar to his skin following his transformation mid-fight. He wanted to empower himself with the abilities of a steel dragon, essentially. And based on the band of mirrored essence that you found, you would imagine he was trying to find some way to change and alter his visage in a way where he could become something else, or at least appear as something else. And steel dragons are well known as being one of the greatest shapeshifters that has ever existed. I mean, they're better at shape changing than changelings and doppelgangers are. They are the best shape changers ever. Steel dragons are.
Now, and
So if
remind me,
anybody was
because
going to,
it's been forever and a day since we really talked about Lashana being a steel dragon and all that. They basically phoenix out, right? Die and reincarnate and start their next life.
they create when they in the in-between stage, when a steel dragon is in their natural form, they essentially create their own alter ego. They decide who they want to be in their next life. And then they become that person and lose all memories of themselves being a dragon or making the determination of who they wanted to be when they become that person.
But they're always cognizant of being a steel dragon.
Nope. You might say there's an instinct there that there might be something different about them, but they never are completely aware of the fact that they are a dragon.
But Lashana was.
She wasn't aware.
Oh, okay. So the only person that actually really knew that she was Jance.
That's right. And that's why a steel dragon will choose a soul bond, someone who willingly
I
binds
remember
themselves to them,
Okay.
who can look after them from life to life.
I would pull everybody else in the group kind of off to the side if possible, and just like, if we all forgot, like I just did, that's a thing, and that's probably why we need to get back in touch with Jance. I would say even before her husband.
But I would like to talk to the Angel of Death.
I mean, that's fine. If she's got a direct line to a god, then by all means take advantage of it. But I don't know what to do with this person that was being experimented on.
Also, she still only has a white sheet that she's been wearing. Just FYI.
I imagine we've got some kind of clothes or something we can get her wrapped up in.
Probably.
So, a question, Sean, for the sparkles, is that out of respect for the battle or fight, or is that out of like after you're done fighting or for a dead body, out of like helping for safe patches, travel to the to?
It's
I
an
guess
offering
the
to the
afterlife?
god.
An offering to the god.
It's an offering to Shiziki. Because
To Shiziki?
when you put sprinkles on someone that you kill,
Yeah.
then you say, what is it here? Well, it's something you sweeten the soul. It's
It's adding seasoning to it before you
Yeah,
send it.
basically, you're just throwing on there saying you killed in the name of the Angel of Death.
Okay,
Right.
sweet. Okay, cool. So I didn't know if it was like a respect to them, like passing on or whatever.
No.
Because okay, cool.
No, Shaz could not give a shit less about them passing on. It's more you've done this in his name.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely do that. I've been doing it to.
Yeah, by the angel, may death sweeten your soul, and then you throw
Okay,
sprinkles on them.
For sure. You clearly see Vaughn go over to Cybergan's body, spread the sprinkles. What'd you say it was? By death may or
By the angel, may
by the
death
angel
sweeten
may
your
death
soul.
Sweeten your soul. Okay, by the angel may death sweeten your soul. Okay, cool.
Put it in your notes as I just
I
did.
will. Hold on.
I sent it to you like forever ago. But no, this is not. Shaz couldn't care less about respecting the dead. This is more you're just doing things in his name.
You're just being extra, like Shaz always was.
Yeah. If you wanted to actually respect somebody, we wouldn't be throwing ice cream toppings on a corpse.
Yeah, no, ice cream toppings for sure. I have been doing it. I just haven't been role playing it. Like Vaughn's been doing
Sure,
it.
man.
I got
I'm gonna definitely role play it when it's a boss. When it's a boss monster, I'll definitely role play it.
All right, can
A knight is going to completely long rest the moment he gets in the mansion.
So, shit.
Before you leave and go anywhere, that's fine.
Yeah, I
Rest
figured
in the
like
mansion.
I would rather sleep. Like you said, a couple hours so that we can get out. I might pop out to take a look around and figure out what's going on with the Force Dragons gone. But I would much prefer to not go anywhere until we can all get some sleep.
Yeah. We're in a mansion. I'm gonna go upstairs, get a room, shower, and go to sleep. Even though I don't need to sleep. I'm not revering anything. I'm going to bed.
Quick thing, I did want to check on. I have the Archon come help me check on my car to make sure it didn't get fucking destroyed.
I'm not going to
The
be mean
Archon-
and say your car
Okay.
got destroyed. Your
Bet.
card, we'll say, is surrounded by rubble, but like,
Nothing.
oh
we can
dang, you
handle.
got a scratch on the hood that you might want to buff
Sweet.
out later.
I need to go mark off some C4s.
Archon's gonna be
Um,
like, with the level of adventurer you are, you should have something much nicer than that.
Archon, you haven't seen what this thing could do yet.
Well, I'm gonna walk up to the
I don't
Archons.
know what this means, but it reminds me of a '98 Civic with a large muffler. They just keep
Yeah,
revving it.
nobody. Well, only, neither the Archon or you would know what a '98 Civic is.
10 miles an hour.
Who has been near it? Everyone knows what that is. Everyone.
I would like to walk up to the multiple Archons. Like
The Archizzies.
the
The
Archizzies,
Archizzies.
the Octoki.
Yes.
Hey, and this is kind of away from Gwen, I would at least say. But so you guys know who? Well, you know who Lashana was. Do you know who Gwen is?
So the real Archon speaks up and says, I was but a wormling last time I met her. But yes, I'm familiar with her.
Well, you were familiar with Steel Dragons, and you know who Jance was because I told you about him.
Yes, I've
prior.
met Chance as well. It has been quite some time, but I have met him, yes.
Well, now I said this, but just to get your insight, I think it might be beneficial to bring Jance in for this. Has there, with Steel Dragons, been ever a case where someone has reverted back to the previous life?
No, this is unprecedented. It has never happened before, and I fear what the implications may be.
Well, I mean, she's wanting to get back with Genzo's other name that we know him in here. I'm just going to call him Genzo. I don't give a shit what you want to call him.
It's Geen Zoriel.
No, I'm
Genzo's
calling
a
him
nickname.
Genzo.
Call him what you want.
Yeah, I spent 3+ years calling him Genzo. I'm calling him Genzo.
That's fine. He says, I fear that she cannot stay like this. That's...
Well,
I
I don't.
understand what it might mean for us to force her to go back to her previous form, but she cannot stay like this.
Well, the guy that she talked about that is her husband is the head of some weird shadowy vigilante group. I don't know if I want to really get involved with him. Just
He's
throwing it out
the
there.
leader of the Order of the Sanguine Justicars. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he doesn't understand that she's a steel dragon, but at least Jance does, I mean, I feel like probably bringing him into the fold before her husband would probably be the wiser choice.
Geen Zoriel does have a reputation for being a compassionate sort. However, if I can tell you one thing about him, it's that his wife was his entire world. If he were to discover that she exists, that she is back, and that we had any intention of changing that,
I'm not trying to change
I fear what
anything.
his
I don't
math-
even know the girl. Like, I knew Lashana. And
right, when I'm saying she needs to be Lashana again.
do we know that that's the case? If you're saying this has never been done before, this is outside of my depth.
Well,
That's why I
this
was
has-
thinking this might
well,
be
this
something.
exactly has never been done before. Similar things have occurred in the past. Let me explain to you the origin of the steel dragons. Chromatic dragons, of course, come from Tiamat, where metallic dragons come from Bahamut. Steel dragons come from neither. Patron deity is Io, which is the deity that created both Tiamat and Bahamut. Not to be confused with
Archon,
Io.
I don't want to be rude, but I've had a lot of blood loss. I'm about to fall unconscious. I need the Cliff Notes version.
Cliff Notes version is that reverting or changing their form outside of the natural cycle is unnatural. There have been steel dragons in the past who have skipped stages of their life, and when they do, it ends their cycle of reincarnation and rebirth.
Do you believe she has any way to contact the Angel of Death?
Unlikely.
Damn.
I think it is most likely that she meant with that he was a friend of hers prior to becoming locked behind the divine gate.
Like, I just
No,
want to do what's
from
going
what
to be
I
best
heard,
for
they smashed.
Lashana, and I don't want to put her at any risk either way. But if you're saying that the best way of doing that is to reconvert her, but it sounds like if you didn't even know her in her previous form, I think Jance is going to be our expert on this, if anybody. I mean, that's her soul bond, right? So, could you
If
get in
Jance-
touch with Jance to kind of...
Dead.
No, Jance is still alive. We just sent a message to him before this fight.
Yeah,
Last
but
to
then
our knowledge, Jance is currently in Callum Lux.
Yeah, but I
I can
mean,
get in touch with him again to assure that's still the case.
well, even if couldn't you bamf over to Calmlux and bamf from here, or we go bring her there? I don't know. I'm just throwing out spitballing ideas.
In this area, teleportation out of here is going to be quite difficult, simply due to the nature of the magical interference that's present here.
Well, I mean, we're in Calmlux or nearby.
So
You're nearby, but
Yeah.
he says,
Archon.
this is the Wailing Mire. There's still a large amount of wild magic energy present here. I could attempt to teleport out of here, but there's no telling whether I would appear at my desired destination
Well,
or at the
before
center of
we
the earth.
worry about that, let's everybody have some input on what it is we're even doing before we commit to any plan of action. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Bon?
Let's finish up what we're talking about here. It's something off topic.
Until everybody has some say in this, I've kind of just thrown out my speculation, but I don't really have a plan. So we can go ahead and move on to your topic as we all ruminate on that.
So, so I've got a cool question, Brother Keel. These crystals, y'all's little order, cult, whatever your magical thingy is.
We are not a cult.
Anyways, y'all have no interest
Right.
in these large mana crystals? None at all?
We do, but we already have some samples of our own. You know,
Okay.
he lowers his tone and gives you kind of a kind smile. Technically, with me being here, I should be collecting those crystals from you. But let's just say I never saw them. Keep this our little secret.
You are a good friend, Clerikill. You are. Thank you, sir.
Hey, what are you gonna do now? You got a clone walking around with it.
So I've been thinking about what I want to do with this clone. I briefly debated the idea of just making him kind of derpy, but I don't think I really want to do that either. We'll get back to the clone. Right now, the clone is doing dragon stuff. He's sleeping and eating and
All right.
all of the above.
I would like to do the same, so at this, I'm good with just long resting, and then we can figure out what we're doing in the morning.
Long
Level me
rest
up,
in the
Keith.
combat tracker.
Please.
And
Please me.
by the way, don't forget, you learn 2 spells when you level up. Every time you level up as a wizard, you learn 2 spells.
Are we doing the level
Don't
up right
forget that.
now?
Yeah, we hit 18.
Yeah. He's gonna level us up.
Yeah, I'll just do it real quick. It won't take me
I
long.
don't know what that means for me, if anything.
You learn 2 spells.
I know.
The barbarian.
I know. I just know that you had forgotten many times over
sure
to
did.
give yourself more spells.
Yeah,
Hey,
indomitable
Bon, you
mind.
take
Beyond
another
doesn't
level
let
of
me
rogue or
forget.
fighter.
Foundry doesn't let me forget either.
Hey, Nick, you taking a level of rogue or fighter?
Hold on, let me
We'll get
see
back
what
to
I
that.
That's what comes
got.
up.
Yeah, my
You're
bad.
gonna get the
I get an
18th level if
ability
your
score
total
improvement,
for a
right?
strength check is less than your strength
18.
score.
No, that's at 19.
You can use that score in place of that total. So what's your strength? Well, your strength score is ridiculous because you have that potion in you. But your strength's back down to 20 now, right?
What do I get at 18?
So the lowest you can ever roll on a
I
strength
don't know where
check
to
is
find that
20.
for some reason. My brain's like, hurt.
Let me check.
This. It goes back down to 20 though.
This, because I don't know where you got 20
Because it was
Alright,
20.
everyone's
you
leveled
drank this and it made it 27.
from.
Oh, I get freaking quick
So now it
draw.
goes back down to 20.
Oh, that's actually not
Yeah.
bad.
Hey,
What?
before, just real quick, I don't know who did all the stuff, but before you start messing with your stats, remember all your buffs from that you took for the fight go away. So don't add that
Yeah.
on top of. I gotta do that too.
Yes, I'm Crinergy, right? At 18, you achieve such mastery over certain spells that you can cast them at will. Choose a first level spell and a second level wizard spell that are in your book. You can cast those spells at their lowest level without expending a slot when you have them prepared.
Oh, that's right. You get spell mastery. Yeah, that's a good one. That's when you really start
Nice.
like that's a big one for wizards. Just being able to cast a first and a second level spell for free as many times as you want.
So if I go level in fighter, I get a plus 11 initiative.
Think about this. You're trying to hit 13 as a rogue, so you have your
I know.
whole ghost
I have
form.
my like ghost form too. Yeah, I'm gonna go rogue.
I remember, I mean, do whatever you want, but I remember you being very excited about getting that ghost form thing. So
So if I do, yeah, no, I'm excited about the ghost form. So if I pick up the feat, what is it called? That makes it to where they're not surprised, and you get to add a bonus to your initiative.
Alert.
alert.
What is that? Your proficiency bonus you get to add to your initiative, or what is that?
I'm not.
I can look it up, man.
Positive?
I got.
Another
You
thing
got
that
it.
I might recommend for you though is
Yeah.
either putting 2 into your constitution or grabbing the
I
tough
know
feat.
it. Yeah.
Because you still like really don't have great health. Like the wizard has more health than you.
It's a plus
No
5 bonus
way.
to your initiative. It's not based off
Yeah.
any stat.
Plus what?
Plus 5. It's just a straight
Am I
number. It's not
initiative?
based off of any stat.
Well, let me just, okay. And then what?
Oh,
what is the other?
Also, cool thing I decided. Let's see. Does your proficiency bonus? Your proficiency bonus is now 6. So
thing? The bonus has been.
I've
6, I
decided.
thought.
Oh, okay. Well then, I guess I'm telling you this too late. You can now attune to a number of items equal to your proficiency bonus.
Bro. Why do you make... You're talking about like, oh, it's so hard to balance these fights. Well, let's just make them have a lot more stuff.
That's one of the optional rules.
That's so ridiculous. Now
So
we're just
now
gonna
I
get
can
even
cast
crazy.
Silvery Barb at will.
Well, now I can cast.
That's what you're picking for your signature?
I get 2 of them.
Nice.
That one. That's one of them I'm taking. Yeah.
I can cast 2 spells in a turn.
Ooh.
Oh, you're picking up that feat?
Spell Diver. So as long as one of them is 2nd level or below, I can cast 2 spells in a turn.
That includes Misty Step. Oh, that's so sweet.
That
It's-
it includes a lot of things. That includes
know,
Mirror
but-
Image, Magical
Mirror Image,
Darkness,
yeah.
Detect
So
Magic. If I feel someone's going to cast some subtle spells.
Yeah, so wait, hold up. Is Lee allowing that feat in his game? Because I might change up everything I'm about to do if he's
You'd
about
have to
add-
ask him.
Okay. Because I'm about to change up.
So what's the
every
name of that
fucking
feat?
Spell Diver.
Okay,
Spell
we can just
Diver.
assume that you have it until I get it officially like made on Fantasy Grounds.
thing.
It's called Spell Diver.
It's either Spell Diver or Spell Driver. I'm looking it up. Spell Driver. Sorry. Spell Driver. All one word. Well, let's see. I have all these ridiculous
it's from
magical
Taldore.
items. So I have something else I could be able to attune to, probably, maybe. I don't know. Well, until I get anything... Oh, I actually don't have one.
So Spell Driver, that's what you're grabbing.
Spell Driver, because I'm a level 16 sorcerer now, so I get a feat.
So
Cool.
if I get to, so what was, okay, it's a regular +5. So if I get a +5, right, and then I did another level into fighter, I would literally have a +16 to my 17 to my initiative.
Are you grabbing the alert feat? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know. It's either that or the tough feat, or I do +2 into my wisdom, which
To get
gives
an
me
extra
another
grit point?
Grit point, yeah.
Well, we can determine that. Be thinking about what you want to do as we keep
I'll
the
think
game
about
going.
it. Yeah, as
So-
the game goes. Yeah.
You all wake up from your long rest.
Hold up. Unless you're gonna allow me to do the Squire of
No, I'm
Slavia.
not. Sorry.
Motherfucker, damn it.
It's just it's campaign specific, and this is not that campaign.
And,
So,
I was about to have 5 points of any time I could give myself advantage.
I've seen it. I thought about trying to do it for Big Pappy, but then I went to Archie.
right? Yeah.
but all right. So you rise from your long rest, and yeah. Where do you go?
My suggestion was to try and roll back to Kalimlock, since that's the closest town, and that's hopefully where Jance is. I mean, is everybody else cool with going forward with that, to try and figure out what to do with Lashana?
That's fine with me.
I mean, it's either that or we can take her to the hospital and let her go see her fucked up grandkid.
Yeah, we're good. It's,
I think she's gonna kind of freak out if she sees that, because considering she's super younger.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, like, probably dealing with Jance would be the best way to go.
Probably.
Okay.
Chance would recognize
How much
So-
would tough bring my outline?
her. His grandson would
You
have
get in your car, and you expected to see some kind of resistance. As you were leaving, you expected to encounter some Vold for starters. But as you exit this mansion, you see something strange considering where you are. The sun, like daylight, is actually penetrating this area and probably lighting up this area with sunlight for the first time in almost 2 centuries.
Huh.
It seems as though some of the magical corruption is beginning to fade. The landscape starting to heal itself. That dead, grayish black texture, that color of the ground, starting to slowly fade towards a lighter gray.
Ain't that
See,
some shit?
As much as that guy was going on about, like, being mad that we damaged the ley line, he was the one that was fucking everything up around here. We had to purge him. He was the true cancer in the land.
That may be true.
What a hypocrite. Alright. I would like to see if the Archon can get a hold of Janice to find out if he's going to be in the area.
To his surprise, there's no magical interference. So his eyes go blank for a second, and he comes back and says, Jance is at the Happy Void Stalker. It's a tavern.
I see.
Calablux. He's there as we speak.
I don't like that.
Void?
A Void Stalker is the name for a cat. Like a predatory cat that has like 3 tails and can teleport.
Oh, okay.
Kitty.
So, just gonna throw it out there, the Vold dude that woke up, like, does he still look like gnarly Vold person?
No, he looks like a gray-skinned elf
Oh, okay.
with dark hair.
So, does he have
He's
clothes
just
on?
dirty as hell. Like, dude desperately needs a bath.
Does he have a name?
Are you gonna ask him?
Yeah, I'm sure. I didn't know that already got covered.
He says, this one believes that his name is Lark.
Lurch?
Well,
L-A-R-K. Lark.
I know, I was messing around.
You're the first augmented Vold, right? Is that what we're thinking?
I don't even know what that means.
Great. Your name's Augie.
I
No.
don't think I like that name. He says with a perplexed look on his face.
No, I'm the one that went in and changed your brain to make you able to have this. I know you better than you know you. Trust me, I found it in there. Your true name is Augie.
So, you are now...
Give
You
me
are
a
now-
persuasion check.
So, hold up, 1 second. I'm about to help him out with this. You are now his squire, so he is your master now. So, you have to do whatever he says.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm super not comfortable with that because it's technically an awakened Vold, and I'm not making an awakened Vold a slave, especially with a nod in the car. So that's not going to be a thing.
And he does also appear slightly angry when you say that. I am nobody's slave.
No, slave.
saying
You're
he
the
could be-
squire. Squires are different. Squires are in training to become better.
You can pay these people.
You're a squire.
Yeah.
A
You get
in
reasonable
the
wage.
house.
At this point, this is when he almost seems to have a bit of spirit to him. He says, I appreciate all of your assistance, really, I do. Just trying to fucking navigate exactly where I even am or what's going on in this fucked up world right now, but
Yeah.
my decisions are my own. I appreciate all of your aid. Truly, I do. But I have to figure out what I'm going to do and where I'm going to go for myself.
No one's telling you
I
that
say
you
that as
gotta...
respectfully as possible.
Hey, no one's telling you where to go or what to think, right? I'm just telling
That's
you
what you did with his name.
what your name is. You can call yourself whatever you feel fit to, but your name is Augie.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. You've made a good point.
Yes.
Five. You know what? I want to use a luck point on this.
Aw. Doubling down.
There you go with a nat 20 for a
That- no, that's right,
32.
you did have advantage. Okay, good thing you did that
I know.
because that plus his insight would have made it like a 23. So it's a good thing that you did that. Very well. I apologize for my demeanor.
You don't need to apologize. There's a
little
lot
confused.
going on. You're in good company. Look. You're welcome to hang out with us until you can get things figured out of where it is you're going to be headed next, right? But
Actually have a place you can go.
Where?
I have a fort. Potentially a town, and then to a city eventually. Off of, one of the coasts of this world. We will drop you off there when we go back there next, but you can travel with us for now, if you would like.
What is the name of this fort? I knew I'd catch you off guard with that.
Fuck you. Right now,
Castle Grayskull.
wait. So, yeah. Wait. No. What's the okay, the Dragon's Horizons, the ship. It is actually. You know what? It's called Skull's Manor.
Very
Or not
well.
Manor.
That sounds
Manor's right. Yeah, Manor.
could be right. That could
Yeah,
work.
Manor. Okay.
You
Skull's
call it whatever
Manor.
you want. It's yours.
He says
It's a
that
manor.
sounds
It's a mansion. It's a
imposing.
chateau.
And there's
Very well.
currently a Tarrasque. That's why it's Skull's Manor, is because I'm putting all the dooms, the Beast of Devastation skull on the
Just decorating it with these
Yeah, with
brutal,
with-
oversized skulls.
exactly. So it's called Skull's Manor.
Who's grabbing etherealness? Somebody
What?
just posted linked etherealness. Anyway, so
Lucas. God.
you make the
Alright.
drive, and yeah, you
Oh,
arrive at Kalimlux, and
We're doing
again,
that. I gotta roll.
your dice. Yes,
I don't have my secret camera anymore. I actually put it over my pool table, so I don't have that anymore.
that's fine. I
Just
trust
gonna
you.
have to
You-
trust the process.
Well, you can be my
picked up
witness.
2 new spells.
Okay.
I got etherealness
Not bad.
and
You should get-
what's the last one? I got etherealness and where did the other one go?
You should get that cold one. Or not that one.
Where did it go? Maybe I didn't grab it by accident. Or maybe it didn't go on there. Yeah, I recall dragging it. Hold on. Let me
Which
look.
one are you? Are you talking about Doom Glacier?
No, I know I have that already. No, I was looking at something else. Where'd it go?
Lucas, get ready for fun time.
Oh,
Oh, because of the etherealness.
Ah, that's why. That's the one I grabbed, but it didn't go. There, it's there now.
If that can be affected by other creatures on that plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Oh yeah. You know what it is.
Yeah. Again, weakness of that spell, just remember, and we'll get into this later. If you are on any plane that doesn't border the ethereal plane, basically if you're on any plane other than the Feywild, the Shadowfell, or the material plane, you will not be able to cast that spell.
Okay. That's cool.
So those are the only 3 planes you can cast that spell on.
I got that and time stop. All right, so
Oh,
now
time stop's
Time
nice.
stop. That's a good one.
Hey. I got a really good strat. I'm gonna write you something here.
Okay. We got to put it in our anti-Gavin book that he doesn't know we've been using for the past couple of years.
I don't mind you guys coming up with strategies that are kept secret from me. I mean, I always try to do my best to not metagame and not potentially, specifically try to counter it, but even trying my best, sometimes it happens without even meaning to. So,
What? How much for these scrolls for me to put them in my book?
well,
8th level and 9th level.
yeah, well, one's going to take you 8 hours and one's going to take you 9 hours. And then, how much, what is the cost? How much does it say it costs in materials?
I don't. It's 50 per. Is it 50 per level?
50 per level.
Might be. So it'll cost you 850 gold and 17 hours to get those spells in your spellbook.
Easy peasy.
So
I'll
take the
go
better
ahead
part of the
and
day, and you have those spells in your spellbook, and then you can teach them to other people that spell is on their spell list. So like Lucas could potentially learn both of those. You could even teach like the Shining Spear could be taught to Lucas or to Voss.
You tell me what you want to learn and when you want to learn it, and it'll be done. So they said while time stop is cast, I just can't affect anybody or their stuff, or it causes it to stop being cast. But it's 1d4 plus a turn that it's in effect. Can I still cast spells as long as they don't affect anyone else?
I think so. I'd have to, I'll be honest, once this session is over, I'm going to do some research into time stop, so I understand all the intricacies there, but as of right now, I don't see why not.
Okay, so let's just say I'm in time stop. Time is stopped, and then I cast, just hypothetically, Disintegrate. But I hold my action to cast Disintegrate until time stop stops. And I pick my target, so that once it stops, I automatically cast the spell.
Yes.
Okay, just confirming.
Because you haven't actually affected them. The moment you affect another creature, time stop ends. The point of that is so, you don't, like, fucking, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then just pelt them into oblivion while time's for...
But what if 3 people all chain time stops at high level, so we just stop like 6 consecutive turns? That would be perfect.
I don't think it works that way. One time stop can only be in effect at the time, or at a time.
Unless you hold your action to cast time stop.
Sure.
Alright.
But okay, that would be...
Alright. So, you guys arrive at Calamlux, and you see the Happy Void Stalker Tavern, which appears to be a newer tavern. So it looks kind of nice, constructed of like a black metal. And you arrive at the tavern, and it appears to be pretty bustling at the moment. When you walk in, you notice that it is full of orcs and goblins, who just seem to be having a good time. And then you remember, oh yeah, this is part of that alliance now. And so as you enter into the tavern, you do see one hooded figure sitting in the back corner that appears to just be sipping on some mead. And you notice the purple tattoo across his face. And you just can see a little bit kind of peeking out from under the hood, this like reddish, like dark red hood. And yeah, amidst the chaos and smells and sounds of a busy tavern, you see Jan Sanaresk.
I just want to like kind of rush ahead if I can and settle up next to Jance. And just even before he gets to greet me or anything, hey, Lashana's not Lashana. Lashana is Gwen. We'll walk you through it all.
Something was wrong.
She doesn't even remember anything about being Lashana. The last thing she remembers is dying of old age as Gwen. We're kind of hoping you can help us out, but she's here as I kind of just motion the rest of the group over here. I just want to give you a heads up so you knew what you were walking into.
And when he sees Gwen, it's like he's seen a ghost. And she, as she walks up, she says, "Chance, my good friend," and she rushes forward to hug him, and he meets her embrace and hugs her back, but he hasn't said a thing, and you all see his expression, and it's like he's seen a ghost.
So, Gwen here happened to mention that she knew you. I'd heard you mention her as an old acquaintance when we, talked in the past. She just knows you as a close friend. But apparently she was going through some type of ritual that Cypher Gon had going on to... Not really sure what was going on, but we did happen to see a bunch of parts of monsters that he was trying to absorb and other random things like parts of like silver scales that might have been out there. We don't know why.
She said he says his skin. What did his skin look like?
It had some, he had like a bunch of arms popping out. Very Eldritch Horror type of thing. Different legs. Had some silver skin coming out of him
Was
in
it
places.
silver or was it steel?
I think it might have been steel.
He swallows as you see a knot in his throat.
But when we
He-
put
he
him
says-
down, we happened to find Gwen here in some green goo vial thing being preserved, and we're not entirely certain what was going on. But she also was trying to pop out and get a hold of her husband, but we added the confusion of that. We shut that spell down, so she hasn't been able to reach out to him yet.
He says, Gwen, my dear, try doing his best to change his demeanor. Why don't you go up to the bar and get a drink? It must have been some time since this mead is very sweet. I know you would like it. And she looks at him. Chance, what are you not telling me? Nothing, my dear, just... He just kind of nervously eyes the rest of you. She says, Jance, what are you not telling me? As her tone darkens.
Well, this is a little heavy for us to first get started here. I'm going to be honest, it's been a long couple of days. Why don't we at least have a drink before we have any in-depth conversation, right? So, can we at least do that before we get into whatever the ickiness of the drama might be?
Eyeing all of you suspiciously, she finally gives in to his request and stands up and walks to the bar. He says, this cannot happen. If she dies in this form, she's dead for good. I know this was her last life, but in the cycle of Io, when a steel dragon perishes, they meet with Io. They have a reminiscing, a soul... How do I even say it in common? They reminisce their memories with their god and with their compatriots, their soul family, before being returned back to the prime material to do it all over again. The whole point is to wizen their soul, to grow intellectually more powerful, and the reincarnation is complete, until the cycle is complete and it's no longer needed. If she dies like this, she will be consigned to oblivion. He reaches into his pack and says, my master's name is Faragosa. That is her true name. And this here is a potion made using some of her blood. My master must have foreseen this. She must drink it. If she does so, she will revert to her natural form. And using her own power will be able to take on the identity of Lashana Leodon again. She must drink this, and her husband cannot know that she is here. His wrath will be unending. He would do anything to get to her. Ginzor is a very kind individual, but nothing in this earth matters more than her. He would burn every person in this world in it if he had to, if it meant saving her. He cannot know that she lives.
Right. Again, my personal opinion. I'd like her to make that choice. I don't really want to... Because what happens to Gwen, as it were, if we
She
force her...
dies.
Yeah, see, I'm not really...
But Lashana
okay.
didn't want to die either. It's not fair to her for her life to be brought short. Gwen had her chance. She lived a full life. Lashana has not had that opportunity.
But if... Just hear me out. Gwen could live as Gwen, and then as long as she doesn't die as Gwen, she can eventually revert back to Lashana, or whatever their next choice is as that
When
goes.
this life of hers ends, if she dies of old age, or by any means. This will be her last life. It will be over. And would you prefer her? Would it be more? What would be more merciful to my master? I have to. Gwen is a person, sure, but Lashana wanted to live as well, and I serve Farragosa. Should Gwen?
You
she
say
at
that as
best-
3 different people, but realistically, it's the same person.
Yes, but also no. They are dramatically different. When Gwen died, in a metaphysical sense, she died. She stopped being Gwen. That person stopped existing.
Obviously not.
I will do my duty. My duty is to Io and to Farragosa. The natural cycle cannot be broken. Lashana Leodon must be allowed to live.
It's just me here, fellas. But I'm of an opinion that I think Gwen needs to make that choice. We don't need to make it for her.
We cannot tell her.
You might not be able to. I brought you in here to get you to weigh in on this, but this is just... You're controlling somebody else's life and saying, well, you need to die so that this other version of you can live. I get it. I like Lashana. I mean, we weren't close, but I mean, we're still friendly people with each other. But at the same time, I'm not gonna murder this chick just so that her alter ego could also live.
Keep in mind, Lashana Leodon did not wish to die. Right now, I can only imagine how Lashana must feel, trapped within her own mind.
But you say that, but it seems like anytime that they change into a different ego, that person ceases to exist. How do you know Lashana no longer exists? You're going on a chance of something happening, but you're going to guarantee the person that is in existence right now dies. For a
The person
maybe.
who's in existence right now has a maximum of 60 to 70 years left that she could live. Lashana could live for another 600. When her life ends, the dragon's life ends. I must serve my master. We are speaking of a difference of over 540 years of my master's life that could remain. There is a reason that a steel dragon, at this point he leans forward, there is a reason that a steel dragon chooses one of the longer-lived races for their final life. It's just to extend it just a little bit longer.
I understand. But again, I'm one voice. Anybody else have anything to weigh in on?
This is a difficult situation.
He says, I'm not debating. When she returns with her drink, this potion is going in it.
I'm letting anybody else want to say what it is they want to say and do whatever it is they want to do. But otherwise, Lucas is ready to act.
Well,
I'm with Luke, whatever he wants to do.
well, if the other one gets to live longer, I mean, why wouldn't we want that? I don't.
He says, consider what my master would want. She made this potion, anticipating this very scenario. She did that because she wanted to live. I must do what I think is right. I suppose all you can do is the same.
For sure.
Monopoly.
By this point, she hasn't made it back yet, but they are pouring her drink.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is you still have more time to weigh in, but the time is limited.
I'm going to turn over to our resident dragon in the room. Archon, what do you think about this exactly?
He says, unfortunately, I have to agree with Jance. Gwen, she had a chance to live her life, and she lived a full one, a happy one, and she died surrounded by family. I don't think it would be right to deprive Lashana of something that she has just started, just so Gwen could have a chance as a second one.
Okay, so
Does that seem fair to you?
what exactly is going to happen to her if she drinks this potion right now? Should we really do it right here, or should we do it in an excluded area where we don't have people watching us?
If she drinks this potion right now, she will develop a bit of a migraine. Following that, she will begin to regain her own consciousness as a steel dragon, but her form, as of right now, will remain unchanged. She will have ample opportunity to take herself somewhere for the transformation to complete.
Okay, so will she be able? Okay, no. So at that point, there's no going back. Like,
No.
as a steel dragon, she could decide what she wants to do.
When she becomes a steel dragon, she can decide exactly what she wishes to do. If she wants to become Gwen Blankenship again and break the cycle of Io, then I suppose she would have that choice.
So there we go. We give her the potion. She can make the steel dragon can make it their choice.
He's basically saying the Steel Dragon needs to live as ever they want to, but Gwen will no longer exist. Drinking that potion kills Gwen. And then as Lashana, we can live their life and do whatever it is that they want to.
Oh, okay. I thought he could just explain it too. I don't know. Y'all, I stick to shooting things, really, but I mean,
Right.
changing someone's life like that is a different type of decision.
I've been planning this whole little ethical debacle for you guys for a long time.
Well, I'll look over to the Archon. I respect you, Archon. I respect your decision. And Jance, I'm sure you have the smartest decision to make here. But I'm going to be honest, she wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for us, so I think we've got a little bit of a stake in the game.
Would you condemn my master's soul to eternal oblivion?
I would give it
Because
to
you
her
keep
own
me from
choice.
giving her this potion.
Okay. At that point, I'm just going to kind of stand up and I got to take a walk. And I'm just going to kind of walk over to the bar, and I'm going to just... Gwen? Can we go catch some air right quick?
When you walk up to speak to her, Jance, his expression on you is just completely wide-eyed, and he's just shaking his head no, like he's begging you.
I'm going to look
What is
at
he
the
doing with the potion right now?
He puts it back in his bag, in his pack, which you can tell is probably magical.
Oh, it's magical?
His pouches.
Like, does
Well,
it
technically
look
all
like a bag of
potions are also
holding?
magical too, but
Oh, so
it looks like it could possibly be some kind of bag of holding. Yeah, she follows you and says, finally, some insight into what's exactly going on. Yeah, lead the way. And somehow, by the
I'll
way,
go
you
with her.
notice as she walks away, she slips a knife into her pocket. Not trying to necessarily hide it from you, but you take it she's probably skilled and doesn't really like the idea of being unarmed.
Hey, Gavin.
What's up?
That was a sleight of hand check to steal the potion.
With him sitting across from the table from you and with it being
He
in a bag of
stashed it.
holding?
He stashed it in his bag of holding. That's a nat
Bro,
20,
37
bro.
is legit.
That's
Ooh,
fucking nat
ooh,
20.
ooh.
That is legit. Anything less
Yes,
than a
it is.
30 on that, I probably would have said no.
Bro, he almost hit a 40, and it's a nat 20.
So
That's
I'm gonna say this though, because his hand was still on that potion when we went to stash it.
I waited until he moved his hand. I would have
I'm,
said I
I'm
would
just
have
gonna make a
waited.
call here. You got the potion. He's very much aware of the fact that you have the potion. You
What?
have it.
I'm
It's in your
aware of
person.
what it
It's
is.
on your possession.
No. Okay. All right.
Well, also when you're reaching into a bag of holding, unless their hand is like on it, you got to know what the name of the thing is you're looking for.
Bro, his hand at a nat 2037 was invisible. He,
I'm just gonna say
he
he's
could-
aware of the fact, maybe not that you have it, but that he doesn't.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But he didn't know I have it. Cool.
Bro, he
That's
could have
fine.
conceived a child and wouldn't have known with that.
Right?
Like, that's ridiculous.
So we'll get to what happens with that later, but yeah, you're outside of the tavern now.
All right. So, I know it's been a heck of a day and a half for you, but I'm about to blow your mind in a couple different ways because I'll be honest, I feel that this is your decision to make. And as someone that has gone through literal hell and high water because the love of my life was kept away from me, I'm not going to keep you from your husband. Somebody that would burn the world down. That doesn't sit right with me. So, you ready to get your mind blown?
I'm sure I'm ready for it.
Apparently, you get reborn and you become another ego. You have this thing where you just end up living your life, you die, you get reincarnated into someone else. So you never actually die, but you begin a new life. Jance is basically your keeper.
She
that
started
kind of helps
tilting her head to
oversee
the
that.
side,
I'll more
almost
than
like
have to
she's not
repeat
fully
this.
believing you.
Man, this is a crazy time, and trust me. Here's the thing. You being in this chapter of your life, whatever you want to call that, which I don't even think you do since you're learning all this for the first time, is not natural. The guy that that we just killed, that put you in that green goop, was basically trying to abuse your ability to do that. So, whatever experimentations he did made you forget your current life that you're at and put you back into this previous version of yourself. Now,
I would like.
by all means, whoever's here can chime in.
Oh yeah. I was gonna tell Gavin I was following them out the door.
That being said, this
Yeah, you're there. That's fine.
is not natural for you. And it means if you die, even though you look young and healthy now, if you die in this version, your entire eternity of life, because you're a creature that can continue to live on and on and on, your next life is going to be your final, but you can go on and live in for hundreds more years. Or if you die like this, that's it. So, I didn't feel it was fair of us to try and make that decision for you. You have the ability to just reminisce in the life that you lived as Gwen and go back to where you were supposed to be at a different person, but it sounds like you'll forget who you are as Gwen, but you'll be able to enjoy your life as your next alter ego. Or
No.
you can stay like this and die, and then that's it when your life ends. I will tell you, it's been 60 years, so everything that you knew is not the same as it was. But I would at least like you have the opportunity to make that decision yourself. I'm not going to wipe Gwen from existence just to put things back in the right order of the world. This world can burn for all I care, as long as the people I love stay in it. So I want you to have that opportunity too.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Literally,
okay.
this is just for her to believe you.
For roleplay.
Because this is a crazy story.
When Lucas is everything he's saying is true.
And you see tears starting to well up in her eyes. My God, you're being serious.
It's a crazy story that I don't fully understand either. I was hoping Jance could be able to put some insight in there. And Jance is telling us what your current version, I shouldn't say current, your most recent version of you would have wanted, which is for her to be alive and in existence. But she's trapped somewhere within you, whether you realize that or not. And his thing is you, as Gwen, at some point, I guess, made it
I haven't
clear.
noticed that one. I'll throw that one away. Sorry. Sorry.
That is what he is supposed to do, is bring you back to whatever your current version is supposed to be. And that is what his advice to us is. It's nothing malicious. He's doing just what you told him to do, even if you don't remember that. But again, I wasn't going to force that decision onto this version of you.
I never told him anything like that. Not that I remember.
The other version of you that lives after this one died did. So,
No.
you did, just not this version of you.
Just to be clear, you are technically now. Yes, you are Gwen, but you do have a certain lifespan, whereas the other one has a longer lifespan.
What was the other one's name?
Lashana Leodon, you were a celestial witch. So I knew you, as you can see on... I think no matter if you know witches or not, you know what we look like. So it pains me to not have Lashana come back, but at the same time, I'm not okay with making that decision for you.
Did people love Lashana? Did they
Oh,
care
yeah.
for her?
Maybe not the same way that you did. She wasn't married and didn't have kids as far as I'm aware. She was somewhat of a private person, but she was a famous adventurer, saved many lives, many lives. She was a phenomenal person. She helped us on a number of occasions. By no means was she someone to not be proud of.
She also hadn't lived her full life.
She says, "You've all been so kind and honest to me that if I can ask for just a favor, for your true, unfiltered opinion and insight." She says, "I would like to see my husband again, but on the other hand too, I'm not sure if that would be fair to him. For me to see him one last time and then just go."
I would say...
I will say,
Oh, go ahead, Bomb.
your husband, if he saw you, would probably stop at nothing to keep you here. He would try to kill all of us because we are helping you, whatever decision, if you wanted to see him one last time and we were going to help you change back to the life you had before, he would probably, and he figured that out, he would hunt us down like dogs and try to attempt to kill us. Whether he would succeed or not is besides the point. Now, we can handle ourselves, but you make that decision whether you want to see him or not before you go.
It's pretty much,
I
if
wouldn't
you
wanna-
decide you want to see him, you've committed to staying as Gwen. It's an all or nothing ordeal.
Or that.
She says, "If I was okay with changing back, what would I have to do?"
Apparently it's a pretty easy process. Jance, who's someone that you've trusted and the other version of you have complete and utter faith in, Jance is the one that has the ability to guide you on your transition back to your other version. He's got
Apparently,
something for you to drink, and that would make that happen.
yeah, apparently it's this potion right here. As I pull it out.
She says, "I have one request."
Yeah.
I'm going to drink that potion, but before I do, I want to get really, really, really drunk.
Amen to that, sister.
Just one question before that process happens. Is there anything that you would like to do? Any unfinished business as Gwen? A message you'd like to leave for your husband? Granted, depending on the context of it, we might not be able to deliver it. But if there's anything, message beyond the grave, that you'd like to leave behind, you might want to do that with a clear head.
Just tell him, when the stars align, I'll find you. He'll know what it means.
Perfect.
When the what now?
When the stars align, I'll
Yeah,
find you.
alright. Sure.
When Why can't we? I whispered to Lucas, why can't we help? Is there like we just need to split some personalities and bodies here, right? Why is that so complicated?
Do you mean we could make a clone of this one and then have the original go back to
Yeah.
Lashana?
Yeah. I just thought that was an obvious answer.
You know, I
One
got
that
so
the
wrapped up
DM
in the
hadn't
morality
considered.
that I didn't even think about the mechanics.
I got a wish. I can make a clone.
Well, Gwen, I forgot. We're super powerful people. We can do some cool stuff. How about it? Have a version of you that can go back and see your husband, and then the other you goes back to being Lashana.
So I will say, and there is absolutely, unfortunately, no reason that this wouldn't work. But I will say that you guys would still know that for this Gwen, the real Gwen, it would still feel like dying. Unfortunately for her. But yeah, you could make a copy.
It's better than being actually dead.
Well, no, I mean, she, for all intents and purposes, would still die. There would just be a version that's identical to the old her. It would be like if you cloned yourself, but just even though you cloned yourself, if you were to die,
You killed
you would
the
still.
original.
Yeah. Well, no, that's. I'm not saying like that would work, but I'm just saying for this Gwen, drinking that potion will feel like dying,
Okay.
just like it would before.
I'm okay with it as long as she understands this is what it's going to be.
It could be worse.
So, make it clear. If you want, we can make a duplicate of you that can go and see your husband and everything else. And the original you will have to die again to be reborn and live their full life as Lashana. That's about the best of both worlds that we can provide you, and I think that's a pretty good option.
Very well. Small request. Wait until right before I drink the potion before you make the copy. That she says that her demeanor livens up a little bit, and she says, "Apologize, or I apologize, but that seems entirely too confusing for me to spend my last evening with a copy of myself. My request still stands. I want to get very, very, very drunk before any of this happens."
Just out of curiosity, whenever you go back to the other version of yourself, do you want to have any interaction with your prior self? I know that's a very trippy question. I feel like we should be like college freshmen, like really discussing this in the dorm after smoking some, but I just just curious if that's something you'd want. There's no reason that the two of you would interact. You have two very separate lives, but I didn't know if that was just something you
I wouldn't be directly opposed to it, but I don't see any reason to attempt to orchestrate it.
Gavin, how did we get here? Did we teleport here?
You drove.
No, we took your car.
Oh, okay. Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, on that note, let's go get hammered.
Yeah, to getting hammered.
Yeah.
But I will pop back in and make sure some Jance is filled in. He should be pretty happy about this now.
Okay, yeah.
He
Before
says
we do pop back in, I do put the potion back in my bag to where he can't see it.
Anad produces a bag of green, grassy-looking material, and he's like, "There's no high in this life. There's only ethereal." And he begins to roll.
she will happily take several drags off of that.
Some of that ethereal.
Bartender, a round of shots for my friend. Drinks for my friends.
And you have a good night, actually. The music is playing, and she tells you a lot of funny stories about back whenever she was a vigilante. She excludes stories about the other facet of her life whenever she was a vigilante, but you gather that she worked at this brothel at the same time that she was moonlighting as a deadly assassin in her previous life. And
You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to teach, if at all possible, have her be able to cast this the spell Schism, or have it cast on her, so that she could both of her minds could discuss with each other what they wanted to do.
Would that work?
I put it in general chat if you want to look at it.
Oh, I see etherealness. I don't see schism.
No, on Discord.
Oh, okay. Let me look. Is that a spell that you know?
Oh, it's
No,
from
I don't know,
3.5.
but I know Wish.
Oh, okay.
Just was like, I mean, it's a long shot, but it exists.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're sticking to 5th edition spells. This isn't even a
Hey.
5th edition spell.
Hey, it's cool though. It's there.
It is cool.
Somebody had this
I
conversation
appreciate
before.
the creativity, but so at that point, when she is sufficiently hammered and she's just kind of leaning over the table, her long black hair just kind of resting on the table as her sudden laughter comes to a stop, and she almost immediately sobers up as she says, I guess it's probably time. You know, I've faced death countless times in my life. I've
Is
fought
this
dragons.
Gwen, or is
This is Gwen. This is Gwen.
this-
She says, I fought dragons, stared down warlords, attempting to defend their charge.
Yes. Gwen, have one more drink with me. As I nod to as I give nod the nod, and I slide a hand check, pour the potion in her drink.
Give me
Oh,
a sleight of
that's
hand
cool.
check.
So a
That's better
nod,
than
you know
me.
what the nod, you know what the nod means. You do the
Yes.
so okay.
She
Yeah,
was
it gets
still
tough.
kind of talking though, and
Oh, well, go
she
ahead,
says
go
to
ahead.
all of you, are like, I faced down dragons, faced off against warlords as they stood defending their charge, faced
Ate
death
sandwiches.
so many times, and yet
Sandwiches.
she says, in this moment, I'm afraid.
Well, here's to conquering
Okay.
fears.
As I hand her the drink that I just ordered and poured the potion in. Here's to, like Lucas said, here's to conquering fears. Here's to war. Here's to glory. And I tap it, and
And to the angel of
Right.
death, apparently.
and yeah, exactly, and to the angel of death. Yep.
Here's
Exactly.
the war, here's the glory.
Well, I
and
didn't
that
want to say
the
angel
moral
of
of
death
this
because
story.
because people don't do.
The Angel of Death isn't a secret deity.
No,
He's
I know he's not.
Open
but
worship of the
not
Angel of Death is accepted.
Yes, but I only worship them. I didn't want to
Well,
say that.
It was more of a joke because she knows them, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Okay,
And she just says to Shiziki, and she tips the mead back and downs the entire thing.
Hey.
Did you clone her before? Did she down the?
Oh crap! I forgot.
You could do it right now, but your time is limited.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Bibbity bobbity boo.
Just
And-
found a random bar rat. Like, that's what we're gonna do.
And as she's downing this mead, you see the kind of just tears streaming down her face when her head suddenly hangs. And she looks up and says, in a different voice, all of you have my sincerest thanks. Before she stands up and almost eerily just walks out of the tavern.
Dang.
I'm just gonna look at Jance. Like, do we just let her go?
Yes, let her go.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
What about the clone? What do we do with it?
As this clone just looks at her hand and almost like she having a hard time coming to terms with their own existence.
Well,
Unfortunately.
how about you?
Hey.
You want to go see your grandson?
What does she
Drexel?
remember?
I mean, everything. When you make a simulacrum, they remember the entirety of the creature's life that you made a simulacrum.
It's like this is the same person we just had all this conversation with.
But it would have literally
Had a good joke.
been, she would have been becoming her own person as she watched her original self essentially just die.
That's cool. Okay, so this is craziness, right? Original self died, but she is technically here because of the clone that we made. There's
Yes.
technically the
Yeah,
other
this
version
is
of her
weird. Like,
of that body. So does that mean her soul went to wherever souls go? So there's technically another one of her still out there.
I don't
Again,
know.
this is freshman year, hanging out, smoking some stuff. Like, man, what if like we all see colors differently?
I did not expect this session to just be a giant mind fuck. That's not what I was
I'm down.
expecting.
Do
I'm loving it.
doors start open,
Just
or do they start closed?
Bro, get out of here.
Does
The
a
toilet paper go
wheel?
up or down?
Hey, just out of curiosity,
wheel
was
really
there
turning?
any like reward for killing Cypher Gon? Did we have something like that in the works, or did we
We
just?
haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
No.
Well, we're all hammered, so
So-
I'm gonna say we're probably gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, we'll say that. And also, over the next day, you can go ahead and add those spells to your spell book, Anand. Those two, that 9th and that 8th level spell.
That also makes 2 long rests, so it's 2 points of exhaustion off of a nod too. So now he's done 1.
Yep. So, Cypher's Necrostorm and Cypher's Shining Spear. You go ahead and add those to your spell list. And I did have a couple other things that we probably won't get to, but we can at least get to, like, one. So, a few days go by. And over the course of the next couple of days, the Project Dawnspear makes massive successes in the war against the Vold, successfully retaking the majority of the fallen territories within Vuel'Kalas. A few days later, you all meet in the town of Ebonmast for a celebration to honor each and every one of you. At this celebration, you can tell there's just a big festival with all kinds of food and music, and people come from all over the world to attend. And in this festival, there's a speech. High Argonaut Zane Krishnell leads all of you up onto a platform with fireworks going off in the distance and torches lit, casting a sort of an almost like a whimsical tone on this area, with the flames adopting multiple different colors. And he says, "People Faresk, this has been a year of great strife, turmoil that rivals the days of darkness, with threats that rivals entities of those from the beyond, with power unimaginable and evil unbridled. We have seen time and time again that we need our heroes. And heroes we have. The greatest hour of need, Alfaresk has shown that we can in fact match any threat that any force could be capable of mustering, repelling nations would threaten our people, crush our souls, and sap our spirits." He pauses for a moment, and there's some applause. He says, "Today we gather here to honor our heroes." And he motions to all of you. These brave heroes gave everything to protect the people of this world, rising up to face a threat yet unheard of, without equal in might. However, we must also remember the fallen. And at that, the image, like a magical image of Grim Greenscar, Azon, and Lena, the 3 fallen members of the Heralds of Requiem, appear behind. These brave heroes gave their lives. They did it for all of us, and we must honor their legacies by assuring that their sacrifices were not made in vain. And it's with that I have some news. I've been in contact with Drexel Belrook, And at the mention of his name, the crowd just goes into an uproar, applause of which you've never heard. He chuckles and repeats it again. They were cheering for you guys too. And he cheers again and says, I've been in contact with Drexel Belrook, and he fully supports this decision. This world needs its icon. A reminder, both in our greatest times of peace and deadliest conflicts, that we stand in defiance to all who would dare challenge our world. Our world needs its champions. And it is with my most sincere honor that I grant Motley Crest that title, as I proudly bestow upon them the ranks of #1 heroes. And that's not all.
Nice.
And it is thunderous applause as he says that. And then being interrupted, he chuckles again and says, and that's not all. And he reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out a rectangular metal chest and carries it over to standing in front of each of you. And he opens up this chest. And inside of it, you see there's 6 badges. They appear to be made of diamonds, with each one having a mithril rim around the full exterior of this badge.
I do like a good rim.
It also appears to be in the same style as your original Calamlux badges too, with kind of like the elongated wings for the shape of the shield, wider at the base than it is at the end, or wider at the top than it is at the end. Anyway, it's like a shield coming down like that. Anyway, and he says, I am proud to coin all of you as I grant you all the titles of this world's first diamond rank adventurers. And the crowd cheers as he says, we are eternally grateful to all of you for your contributions. The full resources of the Heroes Guild are at your disposal. And in the coming threat, I know that all of you will be instrumental, as you have already been, and in making this statement to the rest of the cosmos, that you do not fuck with Alpharesk. And at that, it roars into thunderous applause. And he leaves the microphone open for any of you who want to step forward and say anything.
I'm gonna step up and be like, plus ultra.
Oh my god! You don't know what
No,
the
I'm
fuck
just
that is. You don't know what that is.
No, because my speech would be somber. I do take the opportunity to. I'm not gonna say it exactly because I'm pretty tired, but to paraphrase something along the lines of, I hope this establishes precedent going forward that people that look like me can do great things because they are the right thing to do, regardless of, their origin and blah, 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 blah. And, the whole typical come-up story type of speech. And then I'll pass it off to whoever wants to go afterwards.
And when you say that, at first there's not any applause. Almost like, what, did people hate what I said? And then there starts with some slow applause, which builds and finally builds until it once again roars and just applause that just spreads through the crowd like wildfire.
Or is this like
And-
Naruto getting recognized for the first time in the village?
And you see one thing, Anand. I would like to think that Anand has a pretty good idea or a pretty good memory for faces of people that have wronged him.
I was just about to say,
And-
I'm looking it up right now.
In the crowd, back when you first met the members of Motley Crest over in Sea Shroud City, when they found you surrounded by basically humans that just hated the fact that you were there, you recognize a face in this crowd. One of the people cheering and applauding. and it was one of the people that day that had you surrounded with torques and pitchforks. And he is applauding at your speech.
Well, that's nice, because it sure wasn't going to be that old lady that got burned. Good times. Hey, where's that dude I hate?
Yeah, the Agent of the King. Agent of the Crown, I should say.
Agents of the Crown, yeah.
Yeah, where's that dude? Where's he
you don't
at?
see
He's
him.
gotta be here.
Oh, you know what? Fine, I'll give you what you want. He's there somewhere, but
Where's he at?
you see him in the crowd. Why not?
I see him in the crowd. I'm gonna flip him off. Right up there on stage. Both fingers. Absolute.
Well, you're in front of an entire crowd of people, so doesn't it look like you're just flipping off the whole crowd?
No.
I'm doing
He
what I
knows.
want to do.
He knows.
He knows.
I'm trying to find
Better be glad
where
I
my
don't have-
notes were for that.
Major
And
illusion.
when
just
you-
a
when
giant
you flip
bird
him off,
flying in-
You can't really hear him, but you see his head go back and his just you can tell he's laughing his ass off from you flicking him off. He thought it was hilarious.
Yes.
If you're good with that, I was going to do like a whole like. And I also want to bring up the corruption of the crown where someone arrested me so he could touch me inappropriately, and it was that guy.
Oh, dude, you should that would have been great. Oh, that would have been perfect.
But you're on the other side of the world from Falthansia right now, but people did fly there to be here.
Yeah.
They made a big thing of it, and with that, that's pretty much it. I did have a couple things I wanted to say. Coming up, there's going to be a bit of... Well, no, I can't say that yet. What's you guys' next goal after this? Your next immediate task that you want to go for. You tell me that, and that's going to determine what happens from this point going on.
I mean, I would have thought with our clone chick, we would have tried to get her reintroduced to the Sanguine Justicar, and
Right. There's that, of course.
well, I mean, I thought that would have opened up some doors. Of like, hey, this is the dude that would have done anything in the world to get his wife back. We brought him his wife back.
Yeah, we just don't have time for that this session to get around.
Sure,
To
just, I'm throwing that feather in your cap there, so you know that's. I thought I had.
Yeah.
Me, I mean, I'd still like to get married. Or we've got, the beast of... I don't know. It's hard to say, for me at least, what our next goal would be, because I don't know how crumbling the world is today. We had time for an entire festival.
I mainly
but you
have
make it
one
sound
question. Is that your immediate, like, the next thing on your list, that you're going to go after that beast of devastation?
Oh,
And I
yeah. go and get the
finally-
Iron Hand of Vecna.
I am a diamond ranked adventurer. Can I finally have some magic robes? For the love of God.
I
And
don't
I'm
see
gonna,
why
I'm
not.
gonna be like he said. You said the guild was at our disposal, right? I'm wearing.
That doesn't
rags,
mean
man.
everything's for free, but yes.
I didn't say it was for free. Come on, bro. Is what I say to him. That's all. Look at me.
Brother,
Look at me.
Well,
I'm supposed to represent the finest mages.
Well, that and also, like, we got badges, but did we actually get paid for any of this?
Yeah, bro. Like, where's the bling at? I just took
Let's
down a
see
demigod. He was a demigod, right?
in not technically in title, but in level of power, pretty much.
Yeah, because I just looked at I'm super broke at the current moment from buying all the
Man.
potions.
Oh, I
So
and
let's see
components.
what I
That's
just
money.
rolled here.
I didn't get shit. I didn't get hurt from my demigod at all. Gosh.
So
Well, I didn't get hurt at all either, but
from
I'm
this,
broke. Yeah.
you and this is to share among you guys. You get 59,000 gold pieces.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
Mhm.
Oh,
That is
Lee's
to
not
share.
Here. That's unfortunate.
Mine
You
can
said
hold
how
on to my
many?
money until I need it.
How much you said?
59K.
59,000.
59K to split among us.
The split among you, yes. It's definitely not each.
Okay, so there's one.
The guild does
2,
not have
3,
unlimited
4,
money. They
5.
are a multi-billion gold
5.
company, but they do not have unlimited money.
Is there really only 5 people, or am I forgetting somebody? Does Zared? Why do we need to give Zared anything, little fucker?
I mean,
No.
he
barely
was
did
there,
anything.
but that's up to you.
Neston's not getting anything.
No,
Um,
Neston should get something. 1,
No, we
2,
should.
3, 4, 5, 6,
So
7.
real, while they're calculating the math there, Gavin. We're here with Krasnov, whatever it is, the guy that runs the Adventurers Guild.
Zane Krishnil, yes.
There you go.
Heroes Guild.
Heroes Guild. That's what I meant. Is there anything else that needs to be immediately addressed? I don't know, like, is someplace else getting invaded? Is something else getting taken over by Vold? Is there another massive battle to be dealt with? I don't know what the world events are going on, so I don't know what we need to address first.
So,
we know about the Beast of Destruction.
He speaks to you and says, as it stands right now, the only entity whose immediate whereabouts are known is the Devastation Centipede, which, thank you for that, by the way. As far as the looming threat of Dogathoth, we don't even know when he'll be here.
Right,
All we
but
can do until then is prepare.
the Vold seem to be acting kind of under Cypher Gon's instruction,
Yes, and
leadership.
We are making our final push against the Vold, or I should say, Project Dawnspear is. It is believed that quite soon the Primal Volds will no longer be enough of a threat to disturb the people of this continent. With that being said, of course, there's always the looming issue of prejudice against the Awakened Vold. But thanks to your contributions, Anand, here, I do believe you've done much to improve the image of your race. So you should be proud of that.
Yeah, he just had to flip him off.
Yeah.
So
Can't take those Vold anywhere.
So, if we split it among 8 with included Zared, it'd be 7,375 gold for all of us.
by the way,
Why
just
would
out of
you kill
curiosity,
him?
did Zared contribute like anything? Like all he did was kept jamming
did
up his
damage.
gun. No, his gun messed up. Like he had to warm it up, then it jammed. Like, did he do a lot?
He got some shots off.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. So we say we get 10 gold for the ammo that he used.
So you said 7K each?
It's some very specific number, 7,000 and something.
7,375 if we want to split it between all of us, all 8 of us.
You can hold on to
I'll
mine
go-
and Molly's.
Oh, I can hold on
Yeah,
to yours and mine?
you can hold on to mine and Molly's. I'll let
Take
you know if I
mine,
ever need it, but I'll let you just keep holding on to the
Sure.
money for now.
Sure.
All right.
So
I got
7,875 times 3. And
mine. Yep.
so there's a reason why I'm trying to like kind of fish for what you guys are doing. Are you guys immediately going after the Beast of Devastation? That's what I'm wondering.
Look,
I want the skull.
when I say immediate, I think we need at least a couple days of downtime to like. Chill.
Days, sure, but I mean like
Is that our
within
next
the
large
near
objective, is what
future.
you're saying?
Well,
Yes.
let me ask you this, just to knock this out. Also, do we have a couple days between what the
Yes,
bar
you will
scene and the
definitely
festival?
have several days of down, and yeah, you did, and you have several days of more downtime still.
I would
Well, I
have had a day that I literally like just stayed in the mansion for 24 hours and like even would have like taken mattresses and put them up against the door and sealed myself in. And I want to pop that potion.
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, if it was yesterday, I've got a 15 sitting in my pocket, so I would. You know what? I'd roll. I get advantage on these anyway, so why not? Just for to have the fun. It's con save.
Yes.
Alrighty. Pretty good at those. We'll use a luck
Or
point
a
on the
1
1
and
and
a
the 2.
2.
Jesus Christ, a 1 and a 2. My goodness. Then a nat 20.
Okay, and then you get a nat 20 out of it. Okay. So you take 30d6 halved.
Sure, I was already at full health, man. It don't matter. This is a couple days later, so I'm going to take the damage. It's just going to get wiped.
I still just want to know how much it would be. Okay, you take 49 points of poison damage when you drink that, as you feel like your insides are turning themselves around.
You said, is it poison?
It's poison, yes.
It gets quartered.
Really? You're resistant to poison?
And as I drink it, you actually see this like little black goo like come up out of my mouth, and a little mouth inside my mouth starts eating the poison away. And then just gives a little burp as toxic gas comes out, and then that black goo just seeps back down my throat.
I forgot that you have basically the venom parasite.
Yeah.
Or the venom symbiote.
So I'm immune to the poison condition, and it makes me also resistant to poison and disease.
All right.
Actually, I'm resistant to poison acid, and I'm immune to the poison or disease condition. But either way, man, like I took the damage and then I rest and I'm good. So.
All right. Which I already know the answer to this, but which ability score of yours is going up by 2?
Strength.
Oh, cool. All right.
All right. Charisma of 24, boys.
You are not the person I expected to get that potion.
Who are you expecting to get it?
Either you or Anand is who I was expecting to
Really?
get it.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think the spellcasters raising the DC is like the best way to go.
Yeah. But it is what it is. So there will be more opportunities throughout the third arc for you guys to essentially boost your max HP. But with this, that begins officially the third arc. So
yeah.
Is your next major objective going after the Devastation Centipede?
I don't know what else it would be aside from just doing like off-shooting RP stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Like
freaking the race that Gavin foreshadowed.
Yep,
there's that.
That's going to happen during a period of time after that.
Okay. The whole, well, I don't know if he's still doing the battle against the heroes.
Well, now that
adventure
we're
party.
these major heroes, do we still want to go rob a bank?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'll
as little
be
as
honest.
they just paid us.
After you finish up with this next part, I'm not going to tell you how much because I don't want you to have the chance to plan for it until the time comes. There will be a time skip after you deal with the Devastation Centipede. I'm not telling you by how much. It could be a day, could be a year. Who knows? But there will be one. So keep that in mind. I'll let you guys be planning what you would be doing with your time during that.
I get to see my girlfriend.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I want to go see her.
By the way, do we know? Like, we're hanging out. Like, is my girl and his girl getting to know each other?
They're hanging out with each other, becoming besties.
Well, that would be.
That's That's it. I wanted us to like
Yeah.
be able to use some like double dates and whatnot, man. Yeah.
Both with your extremely tall winged women. You clearly have similar types.
That's what we're gonna
Yeah,
head
Bond
off.
Focus
Yeah.
is gonna be
When
completely
you like
normal.
quality,
Could be
you
a
like
human.
quality.
Just
Bonzo could be human. Just
There's
completely
no
normal.
vanilla in this house.
he's gonna be like, yeah, this is my half silver dragon girlfriend, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, this is my wife who's half demon, half god, and you're gonna be like,
Devil, not
Sally.
demon. Very different.
Oh yeah, devil, half god, half devil, and you're gonna be like, this is Jennifer.
No, not Jen. Anything but that.
She works at Starbucks.
Crap.
All right, well that's pretty much all I had for the night, guys. So
All right, then I guess we're going for the Centipede of Destruction, but that means we got to figure out how to go in a submarine to go all the way down there.
you had
that
heard
thing
of a
stronger than
legend
Scythe
of the
again?
apparatus of
Yeah.
Qualish.
It's
So
stronger
you have
than
to track
Scythe?
that down. You would imagine so. It's one of the 6 devastation beasts described as as six of the most destructive beings in all of existence, so you would imagine so.
So a couple
Why
things
can't I
that-
just wish that it was up here on the surface?
Because wish does not work that way, and you are going above and beyond the capabilities of the spell.
No way.
You can
Just to
wish
make
that you know the
teleport.
location of it and give us
You can wish
access,
for that, yes.
but then you gotta roll and see if
Can
you
you,
get to keep wish.
Can you wish?
Technically,
for
you
grant
could
access
possibly
to-
maybe wish for something like that. It might not happen to exactly the potency that you want, but even then, you're risking never being able to cast wish again. So it's up to you
Can
whether you
we
want to take that risk.
be teleported down there.
You can cast the teleport spell using wish.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. So, uh, just for the downtime that you were just kind of just doing, I would like to say I was working on Drexel Bearwalk arm and the power source. Really, I was working on how to make that crystal become a instead of making it explode, how to channel the
How to
power
basically tap into it to use it as a power
Exactly.
source.
and use it as a power source instead of an explosion.
I will get to your magic robes. Trust me, it'll behoove you to let me look, because I want to actually find something good instead of just giving you the first magic robes I see.
Thank you.
So
So
Give me a
my
chance
three
to look into it.
priorities. I don't know how we should fit these in, if they need to happen over a course of time. I want the robes. I want to further my relationship with my young/old lady. And I want to finish the creation of my special spell.
yes, that'll probably be a time skip thing once we get to that part. But yeah, you can absolutely do all those things.
What did I call it? Was it
I think it was like a Non's Dance of Destruction or something like that.
it was ritual.
Ritual of Destruction, that's what it was.
Yes, yes.
You
Ritual
know
of
it's not a
destruction, but it's not a
cast.
ritual spell.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's just
Oh.
a cool title.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Alright, if that's that, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Okay.
Alright.